So, good evening. Ifwe turakonkenshita. We respect time. Of course, there are times when I've also come late, but I try as much as possible to respect time. Where's my other phone? Here it is. So I will give my presentation a little bit. I'll just talk about a few things, and then later on I will allow people to call in. Please take note of the number, the phone number. If you don't have it yet, you can check on the post that I did earlier on. I have posted the number there. I've posted the number there, so you can get that number, and that's the number that we're gonna use to call in. For those that are on TikTok, I have the number is in the bio. Check the number in the bio. You can look it up there. So here we are. So here we are on the issue of Edgar Lungu. I must say it is a sad day. It is a very bad day for Zambia. I think a lot of you people were expectant of the body to arrive in the country, and unfortunately, at the last minute, things couldn't just happen. I must also say that I didn't intend to talk. I was hoping, really, I've been hoping that everything would go well, and I was going to come and give my general analysis of everything on the 24th, I think, 24th of June. Unfortunately, with the turn of events, I have to speak. I am prompted to speak, but I will restrict myself to the events maybe of today, or how things have changed, how things have moved up to where we are today. I've seen that people are calling already, but please allow me to make a little bit of a presentation, to make some remarks, and then you will call in. So please just hold on a bit. I will get those phone lines. I want to take as many phone calls as possible, and I want people to express themselves about all this. Now, so the body was supposed to come. Everything was ready. The plane was there at the airport, and even the South African Defense Force, they were there to mount, a battalion, whatever, the guard of honor for the former president. So everything was ready, and then all of a sudden, people expressed concerns. And they went into a meeting, and in that meeting they reached a deadlock. I was somehow privy to what was going on when the people of government went there, and I was somehow privy, but I have been very what is the word? I've been very conscious of what I've been saying during this time, because I didn't want this to change. I somehow anticipated it. I somehow anticipated that the body might not go. But I didn't want to be one of the reasons why these people would have jumped on anything. I knew that these people will latch on anything to hold on to the body or to bring confusions. These people, from the word go, they didn't want, I want you to understand this, from the word go, they didn't want this funeral to go smoothly. They didn't want. From the word go, I knew that these people will not want things to go smoothly. This is why when I heard that President President Edgar Lungu has passed on, the moment I heard it, I went live and said, please, can we mourn in dignity? That was my first message. And why did I call for that? It is because I anticipated this kind of nonsense. But I went on to advise my friends. I went on to advise my friends in PF that they should behave themselves. Because I know them. I know them. The confusion you are having, this confusion has not started today. This confusion has been there even when they were in power. This is why PF lost power. It is because of this kind of unreasonableness. This is why PF lost power. This is why PF lost power, because they have been so unreasonable. It is like when Sata died and left them, PF has never been the same. PF has never been the same. When Sata died, PF has just been disintegrating. It has just been disintegrating. They survived the 2015 elections because they were in power. That's why they survived. They survived 2016 elections because they were in power. But they couldn't survive 2021. They couldn't survive it. They were, these people are unreasonable. These people are selfish. And that is why they lost power. And even after Edgar Lungu came out, me, I'm coming out like this. I know some of you have been saying, no, but you were supporting this. But yes, I was part of the inner circle, and you can't deny me that. You can't deny that fact. I was part of the inner circle. I used to sit with my Edgar Lungu. We used to confide in each other with my Edgar Lungu. But unfortunately, most of the things, most of the plans that we were coming up were being frustrated by the selfishness of the PF. By the selfishness of the PF. That is why things were crumbling. Some of you have been, looking at me and laughing at me. Hey, but yeah, you tried this, it failed. No, me, I didn't fail in anything. I didn't fail in anything. I was failed. It is the PF who failed me. If the PF were reasonable, they were ready to sacrifice, we wouldn't be where we are. I wouldn't be in exile. I wouldn't be in exile. But the PF failed me. That very Makebi Zulu that some of you jump around and say, hey, Makebi Zulu used to help you. Makebi Zulu, whatever. They failed me. And they are failing Edgar Lungu even in his death. Even in his death, they are failing him. So these people, I knew that they wouldn't like everything to go smoothly. No. They would want this confusion, and this confusion, it is all intended for them, to position themselves for their selfishness. They don't care. They don't care about anything. They don't care. Some of you are even saying, hey, no, for us, you are in exile. For us, we can come and forgive you. We can forgive you when we get into power. To start with, you are busy talking about power, which you don't have. And which you won't get. Read my lips well and hear me right. You are fighting for power as if you have got power. You are behaving like you have got power. And you are busy fighting over this power. You are even offering some of us amnesty. Which power do you have? You don't have power. You lost power in 2021. You lost it. And at the moment, it is just that you are politically naive. Some of you have been in politics for a long time, but your selfishness clouds your judgment to see things for where they are. You fail to see things for what they are and how they are. At the moment, by PF, you have got nowhere, no legs to stand on to get power. Nothing. PF doesn't even exist. There is no PF. There is no PF. PF died with Sata. PF died with Sata. Iyonse mwa survived. You survived because Sata left you in power. You survived because of the structures of the state, not because of your strength as a party. You have never been strong ever since Sata died. You have just been weak. No, but napa. Chapwafe no kupana chipwafe na chipwafie. Tapali. PF tapali. Those members of parliament who are called PF, you need to work very hard, because if you think about PF, you will never come back. You will never come back to parliament. You will never come back to parliament because there is no PF. There is no PF. Where is PF? Where is PF? Thank God you are even there. Otherwise, there is no PF. There is no PF. That Hakainde Ichilema, just that, of course, he cannot rattle you more. But otherwise, he can come for you. Most of you MPs there on PF ticket, you can come and rattle you. You would be out of parliament. But of course, he cannot do that because he doesn't want to crumble parliament. But PF, there is no PF. So, whatever nonsense that you are saying, hey, Tayali, whatever, we are going to forgive him. Hey, we will not forgive him. You are foolish. You are foolish, I'm sorry to say. You are foolish. You are foolish. You think, who are you going to? Which amnesty can you give me? Which amnesty can you give me? Where do you stand? Eh? Some of you are worse off than me. You are worse off than me. Some of you are saying, hey, Tayali, you are talking like this because you want to come back home. Hey! Wake up! Wake up! Me, I've got international protection. International protection. I have full asylum status. Full asylum status. It is as good as citizen. I can be here 30 years. I can be here for as long as I live. I can be here. I can be here. So that cheapness of, no, instead of looking at what I'm talking about, he wants to come back. I am not in a hurry. I will come back to Zambia, that's for sure. That is my country. I will come back. But I am not desperate to use Edgar Lungu to come back. I am not desperate to use Edgar Lungu to come back. No, I am not in that position at all. I am not in that position. I'm not desperate. I am not desperate. Whatever, balunga sponsor. I am so solid. I am so solid where I am. There is no desperation. There is no desperation. Because at the end of the day, the Chashu Pasan, I can even go in a refugee camp. Where I am entitled to be receiving Utuman Tuankane to support, at least for me to eat. I have got a status where they will not let me to die of hunger. No. I have a status whereby they will not let me to stay on the street. My status gives me entitlement to accommodation. My status gives me entitlement to food. So, they can survive. I don't experience load shedding. I don't experience amatipa. I don't. So why am I going to be desperate to no. The issue is that it is you people. That's why I called you political vultures. It is you people who are feasting on Edgar Lungu's corpse. You want to survive. You want to survive. People, they are using all those of these reasons. Whatever reasons that they are giving you, those reasons don't make any sense. Don't fall for them, you Zambians. You Zambians, don't fall for the arguments of Makebi Zulu. No. Makebi Zulu is at the center of manipulating all these things. Makebi Zulu is at the center of manipulating these things. I know there are only, at this point in time, I can say only two people are driving this agenda. Only two people are driving this agenda. I'm only going to mention Makebi Zulu because Makebi Zulu is a politician. Makebi Zulu is in the battlefield. The other person I will spare. I will not bring that name. I will hold back. But I know that among the people, because there are only, if you talk about it at the family, there are 4 people. If you talk about the family, there are only 4 people. these two are being manipulated. These two are being manipulated. And I'm telling you, I would be mentioning your names, but you know yourselves. Two people are being manipulated. Two people are the one driving this agenda. And they have got ulterior motive. We can even run through. Look, where did we start? We started with them saying, no, Edgar Lungu, first of all, they were hiding. They were hiding. They were refusing that Balungu tawafuide. They were refusing. They wanted to hide. They wanted to hide. But you know, I mean, a former head of state, you can't. You can't. Some of us, we knew in the morning. And we tried to confirm. I tried to confirm with some of the people who were there. Those that had interest, they were refusing. But those who were innocent, they confirmed. But I sat back. I didn't come here on social media to announce. I waited until Tasila came up. And it was out of pressure. I'm on at, knife makari. You know. The question is, why did they want to hide that Lungu is gone? Why did they want to hide? They wanted to hide. Not that I'm saying this. No, it is true they wanted to hide that Lungu is gone. But unfortunately, it came out, it leaked, because when he died, Balungu had gone in the hospital on different details. They didn't use his name. They used different details. But remember, when a person dies and they want to give a death certificate, that's where the problem came in. Because they couldn't give a fake name. They had to write a proper name. And that was when news filtered. And even some of us came to know that Balungu was gone. We tried to call people that were in South Africa. They were refusing. Awe. Until later on, you know, it came up. And actually, I argued with someone. I said, no, come on. You don't tell me if you're not from Africa. You know? And I left it there. So first of all, they wanted to hide. The question is, why did they want to hide? Then secondly, after Vyachitikano Babachta announced, what did they come up with? They said, no, Edgar Lungu mwadimule keresha. You neglected Edgar Lungu, so we will not bring Edgar Lungu as a former head of state. We will bring him as a private whatever. So the first thing that they came out quickly and started accusing government that government had withdrawn support to Edgar Lungu. And that's why he had died. That's the narrative they wanted to bring. They wanted to blame government. The first thing that they wanted was to blame government, to blame Hakainde Hichilema, that Hakainde Hichilema has killed Edgar Lungu. Unfortunately, they met with the facts leading to the death of Edgar Lungu. Because the records are there. That this man started, the medical doctors discovered his ailments back in 2015. And I can tell you that it was not just in 2015. It was even before Edgar Lungu became president. When Edgar Lungu was asked on ZNBC about his ambitions to become president, Edgar Lungu refused to say, I am not interested. And one of the reasons that he gave, it was his health. So Edgar Lungu knew that he had a condition. He had a health concern even before he became president. And we saw a number of issues that unfolded during Edgar Lungu's presidency. So when they realized to say, this will not stick. They brought in what? That's when they brought in when Avena Aim became They brought in to say, no, why they came here, they want to get the body. I mean, the government went there in good faith. Our former president has died. Let us go and bring his remains in a dignified manner. Let's honor him. But they came up and started accusing now the government about the body now. That's when the issue of the body came. The goodwill of the government of Hakainde Hichilema to go and repatriate the body, they turned around that and started making it look suspicious. They turned around and started making it look suspicious. Hey, why do they want to get the body? Why do they want to get the body? And again, they brought in now this issue. No. There's something they want. There's something they want. And look, on the other side, you remember Nakachinda was busy, holding press conferences. He was busy moving, from one media house to the other. And what was Nakachinda saying? Nakachinda was verifying our country. Nakachinda was verifying Hakainde Hichilema. To say no, he neglected him, he whatever. He neglected him. And that issue, some of us came and explained. Why did the government withdraw Edgar Lungu's benefits as a former head of state? It is because he went back in politics. The government did not withdraw Edgar Lungu's benefits because they hated him. No. Because the facts are there. When Edgar Lungu left State House, there was an agreement, and the agreement was very simple. You resign from politics and allow me to lead the country. Allow me to lead the country. You have done your part. Okay, I've done my part. Here is a letter I'm writing. He wrote a letter, gave it to cabinet. I have resigned. And on that letter, the government fulfilled its obligation as written by the Constitution, as prescribed by the Constitution. They started giving him the benefits. They were giving him the benefits. He was getting paid. He was, even medical issues were being looked after, everything. The only thing that were remaining, it was actually the office. They gave him a house, and they even gave him an office. Because we discussed about that. We discussed that with Walungu. I knew about it. They gave him a house, and he was doing it up because I was telling him, Vakateka, we need to set up, with this agenda that we have. You need to be sitting in an office where people can come and see you. And he told me, yes, government has given me the house, but I want to do it up so that it looks okay. Then there was an issue of vehicles. 2 vehicles were supposed to come. And that was in the pipeline. Everything was being fulfilled by government. And with my knowledge, talking to Walungu, government had fulfilled almost 70 to 80% of those conditions they had given. And talk about the relationship between Edgar Lungu and Hakainde Hichilema. It was not as bad as the Makebi Zulu wants to put it. No, it wasn't. Because these people, they were somehow in talking terms. This is why you saw some of the things that were happening. They didn't escalate to a situation where it was so bad. One example that I can give you, which is in the public domain, is the issue of Faith Musonda. That issue would have gone awfully wrong. But because there was interaction, that situation was somehow managed. The issue of vehicles, some of the vehicles that were gotten, there were a number of vehicles that were lying around in the country. That issue was managed. I can tell you for a fact, I'm not interested in supporting Hakainde Hichilema, but I can tell you for a fact that Hakainde Hichilema has held his side, has respected whatever they discussed, in Arabi's house, because these things were negotiated in Arabi's house. He maintained, because the issue is that Lungu was scared that if Hakainde Hichilema takes over power, he will go after him. And Hakainde Hichilema pledged that, no, I will not go after you. I will not. And Hakainde Hichilema, up to today, we are saying, but Edgar Lungu was never brought before police. But Edgar Lungu was never questioned by investigators. Never. Never. Hakainde Hichilema would have gone to parliament to go and remove the immunity of Edgar Lungu based on a number of this and that. Not that Edgar Lungu was corrupt. No, he wasn't. He wasn't corrupt. But look, if the guy, and I mean Hakainde Hichilema, and I don't mean disrespect when I say the guy, if Hakainde Hichilema wanted, he was after Edgar Lungu, there is no way he would have failed to come up with something that he would have taken to parliament to argue, to say, let's remove the immunity. There is no way. He would have done it. He would have done it. And remember, there was even this argument to say his immunity ends after he comes out of office. There were certain issues that government would have brought on Edgar Lungu and they would have arrested him. But Hakainde Hichilema didn't do that. I am saying all this, I'm talking about what Nakachinda was doing. Because Nakachinda was trying to paint an image that the government of Hakainde Hichilema, they were after Edgar Lungu. They were after Edgar Lungu. But I'm telling you to say, no, they weren't. They weren't. Before Edgar Lungu came back into power, the whole issue, then we had a funeral of Arabi. On the funeral of Arabi, Hakainde Hichilema called Edgar Lungu. He called him. They had a conversation. Why did he call him if he disregarded him, if he had no respect for him? But he called him. He called him. And the only thing that Edgar Lungu came and complained was that, no, these people are being hypocritical, particularly Chakwa Arabi. These people are being hypocritical. Why? Because here we are, but my children are being investigated. So, whatever issue, Edgar Lungu was not touched. The issue was with the children and the wife, the things that they had. And of course, this is why you can say that shouldn't have been. And I agree, that shouldn't have been. That issue of following the children, the wife, it shouldn't have been. But nonetheless, that was there. Anyway, with all that which was happening and following other people, one of the reasons why the government was actually going around Edgar Lungu, sniffing Edgar Lungu to see where the money is, it is because Edgar Lungu had continued to appear on the registrar of societies as president of PF while he had written a letter to cabinet. So there was a mistrust while Hakainde Hichilema was fulfilling what they had agreed. But Edgar Lungu on the other side, he was somehow secretly holding on to the president of PF. I want you to write the history correctly. Why was Hakainde Hichilema sniffing around Edgar Lungu among his children and his friends? It was because Edgar Lungu had not removed his name on the registrar of societies. He had not removed. He was still there. And it bothered those in administration. It bothers Hakainde Hichilema. This person, why is he still holding on to this party? Why can't he let go of the party? I am saying this because I was privy to these discussions. I would hear from the government and I would go to Edgar Lungu and we would discuss this. And Edgar Lungu said, no, I am holding on, not that I'm holding on, it is because I want to hand over property. I want us to have a convention. That is why I'm holding on. It's not that I'm interested in politics. And I would go back to government and say, my president has said no, he is not interested. He's not interested. But no, on the Hakainde Hichilema, they said, no, we believe this guy is interested. That is why the government kept on hovering around him. They kept on hovering around him like sniffer dogs, because they didn't trust his position. Anyway, fast forward. He himself, Edgar Lungu, came out. He himself came out to say, I've come back into politics. And of course, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't have an opportunity, or the government didn't have an opportunity to come and tell me to say, we told you. But anyway, he came back into politics. And when he came back into politics, publicly he came back. Government had to withdraw. The condition, the benefits. It had to withdraw. It is not about Hakainde Hichilema not liking this guy. No. You can't say that, because before Hakainde Hichilema respected the constitution, Hakainde Hichilema respected Edgar Lungu. So what Nakachinda was busy talking about in South Africa, it doesn't hold water. It doesn't hold water. Hakainde Hichilema proved that he wanted to look after Edgar Lungu without all this nonsense. The problem was, Edgar Lungu at first, he was not sincere, whether he has left politics or not. In spite of him writing a letter to cabinet, he kept on being the president of PF. That was a problem. Then later on, he came back now publicly to say, I've come back. And when he came back, that is when they withdraw the benefits. So it is not right for you people to stand up and start accusing the government or Hakainde Hichilema to say, no, he neglected him. He did this, he did this. No. Edgar Lungu went back into the political battlefield. And when you go into a political battlefield, I mean, what do you expect? You need to fight. You need to fight. It is who is strong. When you go back into a political battlefield, you have to know. And this is not only peculiar to Zambia. This is everywhere. Politics, anywhere. When you declare yourself a politician and you enter into a political battlefield, don't expect that, you know, your opponents, especially the incumbent, will treat you nicely. No. No. And this is where the issue of, you know, Edgar Lungu wanting to fly out and Hakainde Hichilema and his government, they will be resistant. He wants to go this side, they will be resistant. Before Edgar Lungu was able to go out of the country, without any problems. He went to South Africa for that medical. He went to South Korea. I know. He went to South Korea. There were no issue. It is only when he came back into politics, that is when problems started for him failing to go out. And he was failing to go out because they were not clearly bringing out to say, no, this is the medical condition. No, they weren't. So that Karaka mistrust kaja epoka ishide. Karaka mistrust epoka ishide. Because others now were saying, no, they let him die because they were refusing him to go. Yes, he was in the political battlefield, and these people didn't trust him. Each time he said that, I want to go out for medicals. This guy maybe is going to get $100 officer outside. Which, of course, they were not dollars which Edgar Lungu hid outside. No, they were not dollars. They were not dollars. I want to tell you, because some of you have been thinking that, no, Edgar Lungu had stashed money outside the country. I want to tell you, on a firm ground, that there is no money that Edgar Lungu has left hidden. No. I'm telling you for a fact, because in whatever we were doing, we were trying to raise money. In whatever we were doing, I am even one of those people. There are people that even me I had approached asking for resources. Myself. You were thinking, no, Edgar Lungu is the one sponsoring you, whatever. No, Edgar Lungu was not sponsoring me. And I know some of you are asking, hey, no, what are you going to do? Edgar Lungu is gone. No, Edgar Lungu was not sponsoring you. Me. I told you that I'm still here, and I'll still be here. Edgar Lungu is gone. Edgar Lungu didn't have money. And there is no money that is hidden anywhere. Because if there was that money, myself, I would have been better off. If there was money that was lying around, I would have been better off. Many things failed in the country because there was no money. Many things failed because there was no money. So No, Edgar Lungu, no, he didn't have. So the point is that it's not that government, they wanted him to die. No, it is because of the politics that existed. And when he was going, finally, this time when he left, people are now, they are making it, Makebi Zulu is making it look like, Edgar Lungu, Ali Vanyunya Paste Panankanipa Airport Padia. Like they played, mafia, we never win. Tapadina mafia. Imwe. Edgar Lungu is a former head of state. Edgar Lungu used his passport to pass through the immigration of Zambia. Edgar Lungu used the passport. He used his passport. He didn't go with another passport. He used the passport to pass through the immigration, Mozambique. So are you telling me, is Makebi Zulu trying to say that our country is so porous that a dignified person, a former head of state, would pass through the immigration system without being detected? Does that make sense to you? Because Makebi Zulu is telling you that no, we just sneaked out. What? Therefore, pusha. Do you think our government, our immigration system is so porous that they would stamp a passport, a diplomatic passport, Yaba Edgar Lungu, boom, blind, boom, Kabien. Do you think that can happen? These people, I'm opening your eyes. I want you to see how untruthful Makebi Zulu and Nakachinda are being. They are being untruthful. They are being deceitful. They are deceiving you. If Edgar Lungu passed through the immigration, how did he pass through the immigration, the system, without being detected? There is no way. I passed through that airport. I went through that airport. It is not because I was too clever, whatever. No. They saw me. Chilufya Tayali going. No, but what about Edgar Lungu? And think of it. Edgar Lungu did not go on a private charter. No. He went into a commercial flight. And we know how long it takes. Where by the time you check in, by the time you have to wait, you start boarding, you check in, there is a time. More than 30 minutes. More than 30 minutes. You check in and they close more than 30 minutes before they close checking in. You have to wait for 30 minutes before you board the plane. So, and you must know that immigration system is online. Immigration system is online. So Balungu, Bali Dinda passport yabo, and it even went online. And over 30 minutes waiting. 30 minutes waiting. In Deke number, you have to board. Even when you are boarding, after boarding, you don't leave at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You will still be sitting in the plane. So, by Edgar Lungu, before he left that airport, definitely he was at the airport for close to 1 hour. 45 minutes to 1 hour. He was there at the airport. Is Makebi Zulu telling us that our country was sleeping? The government was sleeping. The government was sleeping for close to 1 hour. Are you telling me our country is that porous? Is that porous? No, it's not that porous. It's not that porous. I mean, I've been, those of us who have been traveling so many times, our government, our institution, our airports are not that porous. Don't believe what Makebi Zulu is saying. Makebi Zulu is lying. He's lying. If government didn't want Edgar Lungu to fly out, they would have stopped him. They stopped him before. So, what I'm basically saying, I agree with what Secretary to the Cabinet said. And look at that, when there is so much, excuse me, and look at when they agreed, that they have agreed, look at the joint conference, press conference. They had agreed. But look at how Makebi started. Did Makebi start as a party that has agreed to certain issues? No. Makebi didn't start like that. Makebi started fighting. No, he started running through the negatives. Who does that? Who does that? Because what's the purpose of negotiations and coming to an agreement? You come to an agreement, and when you come out, even if whatever, you don't come out and start stating negatives. Go back to that joint press conference. You see Makebi Zulu, instead it was an agreed one. Joint press conference. You're supposed to come out speaking the same language. But was Makebi Zulu speaking the same language? Because you are saying, no, these people, the government has not held on to the agreement. But just look at the way Makebi Zulu came out when it was announced that these two parties have agreed. Look at how Makebi Zulu came out. You tell me, between Patrick Kangwa and Makebi Zulu, tell me who exhibited maturity, who exhibited a willingness to sticking to the agreement. Who, just that press conference will tell you who was not in agreement. Just that statement, just that joint statement, will tell you who was not willing to abide by the agreements. Because if Makebi Zulu was willing to abide by the agreement, Makebi Zulu would have not brought in the issues that he brought. That press briefing would have been cordial, would have been very nice. But unfortunately, Makebi Zulu clearly showed that he was not committed to the agreement. He showed it. By the way he started, the things that he brought out. No, then the government, we wanted to go around the country and we are hoping government can still reconsider. Who does that? Is that an agreement? Is that an agreement? You have agreed. This is what we will do. But you come out and you say, no, we hope government can reconsider. Have you finished negotiating? Have you finished negotiating? No, we hope government will consider. No, whatever. It clearly showed that those people were not committed themselves. They were not committed. And you must know that they agreed and government wanted to announce. I've got this information. Government wanted to announce to say, oh, we have agreed. The wisdom, Hakainde Ichilema, was very wise. Because when they agreed, after they finished agreeing, they phoned Lusaka. They phoned President Hakainde Ichilema. And he told him, boss, we have finished the negotiations. We have agreed. You know what Hakainde Ichilema said? Hakainde Ichilema said, you know, since these people have been going back and forth, make sure that when you announce, you are together. That's what Hakainde Ichilema said. Because I was anxious. Me, I've been knowing what is happening there. So I was anxious. I'm like, why are they not announcing? Why are they not announcing? So I started making phone calls. Hey, you guys, what's happening? What's happening? Then they said, no, we cannot announce. Because the president has said, let them do a joint press briefing. That's how they did a joint press briefing. And true, Hakainde Ichilema was right. Because from the way they spoke, at least we could see that these people were not willing to agree. So if they had not announced together, they would have easily turned around. It is good that they did a joint press briefing. Otherwise, it would have been difficult for us to know who was committed and who was not committed. But by the fact that they held a press briefing together, and yet Makebi Zulu was still raising issues, it showed that they were not committed. There is no way you would agree. And then when you are announcing, you start bringing up issues that you are still not happy. It means you are not happy. It means you are not committed. So, let them not cheat you today to say, no, government is not holding on to its bargain. No. These people have been breaking the promises from the word go. There was a break in the promise from, when they agreed, when Hakainde Hichilema was taking over. There was a break where Edgar Lungu said, I've resigned, but he didn't resign. He didn't resign. Up to today, that's why we have this situation. He didn't resign. Then now, even, in a lot of other issues that came up, there have not been an agreement. There have not been an agreement. A lot of other issues, even these court cases, even some of these court cases, I can tell you, because I am privy to a number of these issues. And I'm telling you, some of these issues wouldn't have escalated to a level where they did. If only there was sincerity on the part, and I'm sorry to say, on the part of the PF. If there was sincerity, things would have been different. Even in this one, in the death of Edgar Lungu, if there was sincerity, I don't think we would have a situation the way we have it. So now, now let's talk about what is it that they are talking about. To say, no, they have broken the promises. What have they broken? What have they broken? They have broken the promises. First of all, in that press briefing, Ntwani Makebi Zulu brought it out to say, no, Edgar Lungu didn't want Hakainde Hichilema to attend the funeral. Joint press briefing. Go back to that press briefing and see if there was an agreement on that. There was no agreement. Because Makebi Zulu, even at the end of the day, he was still insisting to say Hakainde Hichilema should not attend. And that's how Patrick Kangwa had to come in and say the president is going to administer. That's how Patrick Kangwa had to come out to put that. So already there was a shift. They had agreed in the background. But Makebi Zulu come out and he says, no, these are the wishes of Edgar Lungu. And we hope government will respect the wishes of Edgar Lungu. Makebi Zulu is manipulating the situation. Makebi Zulu is not a family spokesperson. Makebi Zulu is acting like the lawyer. A lawyer who has an interest. That's what he's doing. Apa is not even a lawyer of Edgar Lungu. He's a lawyer of himself. Makebi Zulu is a lawyer of his own interest. Makebi Zulu is a lawyer of his own interest. He's not even a lawyer of Edgar Lungu. He's not even a spokesperson of Edgar Lungu. He's not. It's Makebi Zulu and this other person. And then this other person is just following. These other two people are just following. That woman that you saw, the sister to Edgar Lungu, what does she understand? What does she understand? What does she understand? Tell me, what does she understand? Yeah? Because now we have been questioning, where is the family? Where is the family? So Makebi Zulu brings the sister to talk. You talk first. Those are tricks of Makebi Zulu. You talk first. And she's saying, it's me who was appointed Makebi Zulu. And listen to the way she's saying, hey, lelo wakamba hivi. What has government said? Lelo wakamba hivi. You can clearly see that the poor woman doesn't understand. She's just being briefed. Do you think that woman knows about the roads? Makebi Zulu is talking about the road. What is the issue with the road? What is the issue with the road? What is the issue with the road? Government doing a road, because I've been briefed that the roads that they were doing, they are patching up where there were water and whatever, but because the body would be going kunganda kuliba Edgar Lungu, so they had to do up the road so that the traffic can flow easily. Isn't that goodwill? Mwere Kalacharo, isn't that goodwill? Because the government now and that no, the body should be going kunganda. So is that wrong for a government to go in and make sure that the road is okay? Is that bad? How does that become an abrogation of an agreement? How? On the part of government. How does that happen? Because government has clearly committed the report that they gave us, okay, or the program that they gave us, it was very clear that the body will be going to Edgar Lungu's house. And to prepare that, they did part of the road where they thought that here it is not okay. How does that become a problem? Then there is another issue that they are raising. No, because at the airport, where is the body going to the pavilion and whatever. What are they saying? Did that report say that at one point, Hakainde Hichilema will be alone with the body? Where in that report did it say that at one point, Hakainde Hichilema will be alone without the family members? Because their argument was that wherever the body will be, there should be a family representative, and the former the bodyguard for Edgar Lungu should always be there, should always be present. So at which point in that program did they say, no, at this point the body will just be Hakainde Hichilema and the body? At which point? Because they say, no, government has changed. Government has changed. Tell me in that program where it is suggested that Edgar Lungu's Hakainde Hichilema will be alone with the body. Where? What have they broken? They said wherever the body will be, a family should be there. So in that program, at which point are they saying that they want the family not to be present? Because it's very clear, it was very clear. They made an issue of that. And then Makepi Zulu, wants to control who should speak at every event. Makepi Zulu wants to be consulted. Makepi Zulu wants to be consulted. Makepi Zulu has to approve who is going to speak. And what is this? It is about, no, Edgar Lungu's wish was that Hakainde Hichilema should not come near the body. Makepi Zulu, he wants to eliminate, to remove the head of state from a state funeral. How? Where? How can that happen? You are having a state funeral and you want to remove the state, the head of state. How? What kind of reasoning is that one? What kind of reasoning? Nangunda sapotefya bupuba. Even if I agree nonsense, even if you are talking about loyalty, no, Edgar Lungu was very close to you, whatever, you are betraying. I mean, honestly, what kind of nonsense is that? Where can it happen? And even about this body issue, there is superstition here. I told you about this superstition. There is this superstition which has come in to say, no, Edgar Lungu, Hakainde Hichilema, if he comes to the body, Katushinga Kasenda Kwefishimba is going to get whatever. This superstition that has come in, it is just absurd to me. It is absurd to me. It is really absurd. It is preposterous. Because if you are talking about Hakainde Hichilema killing Edgar Lungu, Ngari Kwato Wanga, if that Hakainde Hichilema has got some sangomas, has got some juju of some sort, why didn't he sort out Edgar Lungu when he was in State House? That man struggled to win an election. That man failed to win an election 5 times. 5 times Hakainde Hichilema failed. Ngari Kwato Wanga, why didn't he do that magic to become president? Why? He won an election with ballots. In an election. He won in an election. Why didn't he do it? Why didn't he clear Edgar Lungu no wanga wakwe when Edgar Lungu was in State House so that he goes there? Why didn't he do that? Why should Hakainde Hichilema come and kill Edgar Lungu when he is already in State House? He's already president. Why? Why? I mean, I can't understand you. If that Hakainde Hichilema kwato wanga, if that Hakainde Hichilema kwato wanga obukali, nishitamu ipaile Edgar Lungu ili wali mu State House so that aingiram. Nishwa Hakainde Hichilema wale pona my elections 5 times, wale pona 5 times, wale pona aba kwato wanga. Lero wali mu State House umuntu. Lero wali mu State House. Then you can kill this guy. Come on, let's be reasonable. And then fine, he should not come near the body, he should not come near the body. No. If whatever it is, if it is the body they want, if it is the body they want, if whatever they want to do, you can go and bury. But they can go and remove whatever they want. RB is lying there. Kaunda is lying there. Who even goes to check? Who even knows if the bodies are there or not? Who even knows? If there is African magic, there is magic that has to be done. I mean, honestly, there is a lot of time. Hakainde Hichilema is in State House. He has got a lot of time to remove, to take that body and do whatever he wants with it. If indeed, there is something that he wants from that body, because you have got those superstitions which you are bringing in. Whatever, fine. He can even stay away. If he really wants whatever, he can do that. And even now, because you are watching me, South Africa. If Hakainde Hichilema wants something from that body, are you telling me Hakainde Hichilema can fail to access that body? Imwe, apa mwikere, na mwikara. Na mwikara, muletamba. You are very upset with me. You are watching me. You are very upset wherever you are. You are enjoying life in South Africa. If Hakainde Hichilema is so pressed that he wants something from Edgar Lungu's body, are you telling me a president would fail to access that in South Africa? Are you telling me that? Are you for real? Are you for real? If Hakainde Hichilema alefo akwefishimba kuli body ya Lungu, ushakwena kutafirwa ukuya to access that body, he can access it. He can access it. So all this nonsense that these people are talking about, it is not about government has failed to do that. Government has broken the agreement. There is no agreement that has been broken. No agreement. The issue is that they just don't want. They don't want. And they don't want because they have got funny ideas. Funny ideas in them. They are looking at, that corpse, that body of Edgar Lungu. They are looking at it as a stepping stone for their political mileage. They are looking at it as a stepping stone for their political mileage. They want to maximize this situation so that they can gain some political mileage. They know that once to ashika ni nshapwa. They know that once to ashika ni nshapwa. When we bury, then that's it. Then that's it. These people, they are getting their attention because they have the body. They have the body. That is their treasure. Like that woman who kept the body in the house. Now I understand. Ngatuashika, it is like Mwaba Poka now, they have nothing. Makebi Zulu will be nothing. He will be nothing. Makebi Zulu is enjoying being the center of attention. A press briefing, Shan, he is enjoying. Once to Ashika, who is going to listen to Makebi Zulu? Will Makebi Zulu call for a press conference? Who is going to go there? Who is going to go there? Even if he goes live like the way I've gone live, Makebi Zulu can't even get 400 people watching him. He can't. He can't. So, that's why they are holding on to this. It is not about the agreement. Don't be cheated. It's not about the agreement. That is the last straw they have. That is the last straw. They lose that body, they are done. They lose that body, they are done. That's it. That's it. Life will move on. So, they are prolonging this. And they are holding the country at ransom. They are holding the country at ransom. And then they want to embarrass Hakainde Hichilema so that they can show that Nawanaga Kwatako to power. Hey, Hakainde Hichilema, with his wisdom, with his patience, with his restraint, they are taking him for a fool now. They are taking him for a fool. They are taking him for a ride. They think they have got power. they've got power. They are looking at Hakainde Hichilema that he has no power. To them, because now Kwate Chitumbi, Hakainde Hichilema has no power. Because now Kwate Chitumbi, Edgar Lungu is ruling Zambia. He's ruling. They are making him rule. All of us, we are paying attention to them. We are paying attention. We have to listen to them. No, let's listen to them. It's the family of Edgar Lungu. Because Edgar Lungu now for Edgar Lungu. So let's listen to them. How we you? No, let's listen. Let's listen. No, it's the family. It's the family. To hell. To hell. Leave them. Leave them. Leave them. These people, when you see people trying to get too much attention, you leave them. Leave them. Leave them. Leave them. Let them stay with the coffin, with the body. Let them stay with the body. We cannot go on. We can't go on. First of all, as a country, I mean, it has got an economic impact. Secondly, I mean, it is a drain. It is a drain. Those people that are in South Africa, they are getting money. We can't go on. We can't go on. Hakainde Hichilema, to me, he has clearly shown maturity. He has clearly shown patience. He has done extremely well. And for those people, the PF, you don't know our politics. That's why you don't know our politics. You don't know. You have really campaigned for Hakainde Hichilema Mandela. You don't know how you have met that man. Because even me, who is an opponent to him, he has played you well. He has played very well. A lot of people are in agreement with Hakainde Hichilema. Look at social media. Look at social media. A lot of people are agreeing to say, no, this is too much. To Anaka, we are tired. So, whatever sympathy that you wanted to draw out of Edgar Lungu, you have lost the opportunity. You have lost the opportunity. You could have made proper mileage out of this by being reasonable. You would have gotten more from the Zambian people by being reasonable. You would have gotten more from the government by being reasonable, engaging with them. But Makebi Zulu was even coming out. No, we are not even talking about the cases. We are not interested in the cases. The cases were not part of the negotiations. Makebi, Mwachawandi, you are being foolish. You are being foolish. You are being foolish. Your pride has crowded your judgment. It has crowded your judgment. You are being foolish. I'm telling you. I'm sorry. I'm not, people, somebody was telling me that, no, use a good language. There's no any other language I can use for Makebi. He's being foolish. Because when he's boasting to say, we are not interested in the cases. We're not interested in the cases. Those cases are real. Those cases are real. And if you really care for that family, if you really care for the first lady, if you really care for the children, you would not be talking arrogantly on those cases. You would not be talking arrogantly on those cases. You would not. I mean, the best that you could do at this time is to, use whatever opportunity that you can have to have some of these things negotiated. I, for one, I am still insisting that in spite of all this, we shouldn't continue seeing Edgar Lungu going to court. I am insisting, and I'll be talking about it. Because some of you might you really get confused. You should look at issues as they are. Me, I look at this issue, that issue, that issue. So when it comes to the Lungu family going to the courts, I will stand with them. I'll be advocating that these cases are not, they shouldn't continue. I'll be advocating for that. But Makebi Zulu is not wise. Makebi Zulu thinks he's intelligent. But the young man is not intelligent. The young man is not a politician. The young man is a failure politically. Makebi Zulu, you are a failure politically. And I would advise you to stay in court and not in politics. Because in politics, you have already failed. You failed. They gave you a constituency. You never campaigned in Malambo. You never campaigned. You never campaigned. They just put you there. Bam! You became a member of parliament. But they even give you Minister of Eastern Province, where your constituency was. And you came, and you were beaten. You lost flat. It clearly shows you're not a politician. Then look at the cases you have been advising, many cases. Me, have been on the other side. Even this issue of eligibility, I was talking differently about this issue of eligibility. But you, Makebi Zulu, you thought you were powerful. You go aiming ya, you know, all the judges, Balakutina, hey, Shan, and they will ruin your favor. Mdara, my politics aya. Eligibility was a political case. It was a political case. And when you are dealing with political cases, it doesn't matter how intelligent you are a lawyer. Mdala, politics takes its course. Politics takes its course. That's why in Delegate, you are a failure in politics. Stick to your law and don't meddle in politics, because you are just messing up, and you have messed up the funeral of Edgar Lungu. You have messed it up. You have messed it up. You are manipulating those women. You are manipulating those women. You could have done well to advise those people. And you are being so stubborn, so disrespectful. The people that have been engaging you, you have been taking them like children. Balawaka Vindere is a former vice president, a very successful man in all respects. But you have been treating him like whatever. But Patrick, I mean, you have no respect. Even that guy, Mulambo Aimbe, I mean, even me, I may have my own issues on Mulambo Aimbe. But the fact is that the guy is a minister, or is a minister. The guy is representing government. And you are not Makebi Zulu. You are not. There is a government. You are not a government, Makebi Zulu. But PF, but given you are not a government. Haka in the Ishirema with his friends, they have got a mandate to rule that country. They have got a mandate. We may not agree with them, but they have the mandate to rule the country. We can criticize them, but we should not sabotage them. We can criticize them, but we should not sabotage government. Because when you sabotage government, you are destroying the entire country. You are sabotaging the whole country. What you have done so far, holding the country on pause, you are not just messing up Haka in the Ichilema. You are messing up the entire country. You are messing up the entire country. So, it is very wrong. It is very wrong in politics. You can be, but you don't sabotage the government. You let the government, move. You have to allow the government to move. Yes, we can be arguing. We can want Haka in the Ichilema to go out. I want Haka in the Ichilema to go out so that I can come in. I want Haka in the Ichilema to go out so that I can come in. But I shouldn't sabotage the government, because when I sabotage the government, I mean, what am I going to rule? The same government I want to rule, I should sabotage it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? You want to rule a house. The same house that you want to rule, you want to destroy it. And say, no, I'll build another one when this one is out of the house. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. So you guys are but you are not patriotic. You are not patriotic. You have held the country at ransom. You have brought our country on a standstill. You are embarrassing us internationally. Look at South Africa. South Africa, they had prepared the guard of honor. And you people, they had, the whole battalion was there. And they had to embarrassingly disperse. They had to disperse. Very embarrassing. Very embarrassing. South Africa respected us. They respected the relationship that we have. But you, Makebi Zulu, went and urinated on that. You urinated on that with your small thing. Eh? I mean, it's nonsense. It's nonsense. You can't be behaving like that. Everyone, even here, me have been receiving messages of condolences from different people, because, I mean, I am an opposition leader in asylum. When things are happening there, they check with me. They check with me. They have been sending condolences. And I was updating them to say, no, tukashika, shan, no, we have agreed as a family, whatever. And now, just now, even days, 30 minutes ago, I was somewhere where I was invited to go and debrief some people. They called me. That's why I'm dressed up. I'm all dressed up. I am coming from there 30 minutes ago. They called me to, what is this? Hey, what is the situation? We just wanted to understand. This is the predicament that you are putting us in. You have embarrassed our country because of your little ego. Because of your little ego, your inflated ego. You think you are somebody. You are not. You are not. You are nothing, Makebi Zulu. You are nothing. Let those who are in government lead. Now, the government, don't continue on this trajectory. Enough is enough. You have got a responsibility to rule a country. We can't continue on this trajectory. You can't. Baka in the Ichirema, you have done enough. I'm sure the people of Zambia have seen how you have exuded maturity, gratuitousness. The people have seen your magnanimity. They have seen your patience. They have seen it. They have appreciated. Move on. Those people, leave them. Leave them. Let them do what they want in South Africa. If they want to bury in South Africa, let them bury in South Africa. But I don't know what the South African government will say to give them a burial permit to bury a former head of state in their country. Because he's a foreigner. He's a foreigner. He's a foreigner. And he's not just a foreigner. He's a former head of state. Will South Africa give a burial permit for a foreigner in their land? Will they do it? Will they do it? A former head of state. Because as far as I'm concerned, when you are politically aligned, it's very difficult the way governments handle things. Even me, Emuntu Wamba, I've not been in government. But by the fact that I am politically aligned, the way the government here will treat me is different. It's different. If I were to die, I don't think this government here will simply say, no, it's okay. He was a political asylum. Come on. But no, they won't. Now, what about Edgar Lungu? What about Edgar Lungu? You think the burial permit to South Africa? You think the battalion will go and shoot, boom, bury? You think they will do that? You think they will do that? Leave them. Leave them. How many days are they going to stay in South Africa there? How many days? How many days are they going to stay in South Africa? Eh? They are living in a rented house. The body where it is, they are paying for the body to be kept there. They are paying for the body to be kept there. So for how long are they going to keep that body? For how long? Eh? They are staying in hotels. They are staying in hotels. Some people, somebody was telling me, no, they have got money. They have no money. They have no money. Let me tell you that. Don't be cheated to think that, no, those people have got money flowing in and whatever. Just leave them. Just leave them. Leave them. Then let's see how long they will stay. Let's see how long they stay. You have tried, Kairi. You have tried your level best. But let's see how long they will stay in that South Africa. Even per secretariat, don't even be bothered. But don't even be bothered to fight with them. The people at the secretariat, they are going there. Let's see how long they are going to feed those people. Let's see. Let's see for how long they are going to feed that. Let's see how long they are going to continue with that nonsense going on there. Let's see. Leave them and come back and sit at Finlay funding them. Voila. These people that you are mentioning, I know you are even mentioning that, no, Finlay has got a plane. No. Nothing. I know the financial capacity of PF. I can assure you, I know the financial capacity of PF. Most of these people that you talk about, they are not as liquid as you think. They are not as liquid as you think. They are by-elections. Do you see them flowing money the way they are doing? Who do you see dishing out money? Who do you see? There is no money. There is no money. So leave them. Leave them until then they will come to government. For now, as a government, you cannot be begging, you cannot be on your knees as a government. You have got power. You have been endowed with power by the Zambian people. You cannot subjugate yourselves to an entity which has got no authority. I hope Mangu for Winwapo. You have been given a mandate by the Zambian people to rule the country. So you cannot now take that power to Makebi Zulu, because Makebi Zulu has a body of a former head of state. That former head of state is the former head of state. He lost power. You cannot reinstall him in his death and allow him to rule the country. No. You are a government. We need to move on. Anyway, I think I've made my points. Please, you can start calling in now. You can start calling in now and express yourselves. Hello? Hello?
President Tayali.
Yes, my dear.
I think for me, I want to express a concern. Not really a concern, but I think it's what the country is not realizing. Here, there is something at play, and our attention is being taken away. I have information that these people have started moving numbers somewhere. They have made applications for people to seek asylum in some Asian countries, and all they are doing is just buying time. buying time, so that we do not focus on the issues at hand. If government is not invested, let them see what is happening with one or two, I don't want to mention names, but let them see and begin to investigate the monies that are moving in certain account numbers for some people.
Okay, so
in Chilanga.
So listen, my brother. Okay, I hear you. And on this issue of seeking asylum, trust me, it is not as easy. It is not as easy. But let them do. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, Chilufya.
Yes, Mwabombe.
Kwa mnisha mkalambani.
Yo, ndife wina ino mkwai.
Inewo Isaac Chiwe. Opening garanda mkalamba wandi. Na muranda sade pintu ifigo for 12. And they are helping us a lot here in Zambia. Because this is how we have seen how they have actually acted. The President Lungu was our president, and he was a Zambian asset. He was not a South African asset at all. So if the Zambians need to bury their president, they have to respect the will of the Zambians. Whatever they have done, they think they are just troubling President HH. They are not troubling President HH. This means that they are even, troubling the all Zambians, because Zambians are the ones that are demanding to bury the President Lungu. It's not HH. So if they are taking politics on a thing that is simple to handle, they are just wasting their own time, because Zambians are seeing what is happening. They have to respect the will of the people. This is why I said the politicians, I don't know why we Zambians think so low to trust some of the politicians who are not even making sense at all. Because these same people, they will come back to us and they will start looking for asking votes from the people, the same people that they are refusing to bury their former president.
Thank you, my brother.
Doesn't make.
Thank you. Hello, let's be brief, because I know there are a lot of people that wants to call in. Hello. Yes. Hello.
Yes, Washkia. I'll be as brief as possible. I'm Margaret. I'm calling from Chingola.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to express my displeasure on the way the the so-called family has handled the whole funeral issue. Firstly, it is an embarrassment to our country as a nation. It is also an embarrassment to our president. It is a disgrace. You know, Balungu is not, he has an extended family. The extended family is us, the Zambians.
Yes, yes.
And yeah, and we also have to give our last respects to their family. But having said that, whatever the family has decided, I just want to implore the government and our president, His Excellency Hakainde Hichilema, to leave that family alone. Let them do whatever they want. Enough is enough. Life has to go on.
Thank you, my
He's
sister.
not the first person to die. Yes,
Thank
he's
you.
not the first person to die. We need to move on as a country.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
You're speaking to Isaac Livingston. I think we have advised you've advised, we've talked. It's exhausting now, we are tired. And these people, I think they've embarrassed the nation.
You know?
If you see the soldiers in South Africa, the way they wrapped up the red carpet and they were marching, being drilled. We are done. There's something they're up to with Mackenzie Zulu there. And now it's beyond what they wanted. Everything was in place. The stage was for them. Everybody opened up for them now to attend to. We are done. There's something they are doing there that we don't know. They're just being crooked now. There's something they're doing it. And it's very suspicious. We can talk so much. Let's just leave them now and watch them.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Hello?
Mr. Ted,
Yes, yes, sir.
I think one thing that these politicians should understand is that we stopped voting out of sympathy. We are looking at the qualities of a good leader. So whatever drama that they are creating right now, they think they are tarnishing the name of the president, but they don't know what they are doing. They are campaigning for him.
Yes.
This is very bad.
Yes. They are campaigning for him. Big time. Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Pashki, Amnishan.
Wina femkwa.
Namba ilipana nipala hivi. Mkwa. Bano ni wa Jude.
Mkwa wa Jude London.
Awe ifona tusakamana mwanji. Icharo cheste chiwe pa ransom fiasco wa chachiwe. We are not happy. The family should just do the right thing. By Edgar, teba face taba freedom na mchalo au. Ero na tuseva na fi chalo na chiseva na tachiwe me. But if kumfusha ba ubuvi, but it's affecting us, the citizens. Tachiwe. So let them do the right thing, God.
Thank you. Thank you, my sister.
And thank you for speaking out.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Clearly, it's about hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, what I want you to talk about is looking at... Hello?
Yes, yes, we can hear you. Go ahead. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
No, I just wanted to comment on this sensitive topic that we're having regarding our nation.
Hello?
And it's not even something to be proud of. Balungu was a lawyer and he knew exactly what the law entailed. The law that we're talking about that governs incentives and remuneration yama former president was enacted in 1993.
94 actually.
It's a long time. 94. Okay, thank you for that correction. So he knew about it, and the day the Lungu did politics. Actually, he made a statement on this subject.
He did.
I don't care about all these things and blah 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 blah. And we appreciate it. What has been used to advance as a reason for us to have all these stalements doesn't add water. Secondly, Lungu became big because of the Zambians. And the Zambians, it's not just about PF and UPNG. There are a lot of Zambians that do not have any political affiliations. Yet they are associated to Lungu. And the death of Lungu has affected these people. What is being done really, it's a sad thing, and I wish somebody could pump sense in the people that are involved in all these placards that is happening. You can't have a nation being held at ransom just because of the death that happened to the former president. We are not the first country to have a former president dying, and this is not the first president that has died in our nation. I just wish we as a nation, we could move on. If the family doesn't want us to mourn with them, my appeal to the government, give them space. Let them continue with whatever they want to do. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello? I'm quiet.
So, I don't know if you
Yeah.
which time was that in the right church? Like, okay. Since I'm a demand zero, that in next will, which will some opportunity. Well, who can represent government in that matter?
Of course, President Hakainde Hichilema can delegate anyone. But from my point of view, that kind of gesture would not be good for government. It will not be good for government. It will be an embarrassment to the head of state. Because shimona kobati, munefu echiriro batekele panganda pamienu, elo imo mwebe ne banganda, bamye bati yo, muisangwako. Mushekuti mwasumina, tetufi bombe. If you're talking about a state funeral, there is a head of state. Whether you like him or not, whether he wants it or not. Because Hakainde Hichilema would have also been saying, if he was bitter, he would have been saying, but unfortunately, he cannot. As a head of state, he has to conform to how, as a country, we behave. So, yes, he can delegate, but not under these circumstances to say, no, Pako had to shike, let me stay away. No, that wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be governance.
This is his appearances towards this message. He was talking about that you read the mourners in body viewing here, like you believed in.
So umfwen. Yapa bantu bamibepelingi mulabepwa. Tapali muli program ile tapali po balandile body viewing tapali. Tapali po balandilo ko bati Hakainde Hichilema who lead in body viewing tapali. Ebu fibale mibepa. Go back to that report. Uyiberenge we mwine. Umone popo walembele body viewing. Hakainde Hichilema leading body viewing. Uyimone ngepo fili. Bale mibepa. Wafya bakwata wabantu. Bala vepo bufi. So I'm taking opportunity to through you to tell the Zambian people that there is nowhere where they said that Hakainde Hichilema will lead in the body viewing. No, there is nowhere. And anyway, what is the reason for that? You're in a body viewing, finish if you have wanga, anyway, I think you understand. Hello?
Hello. How are you, sir? This is Baba Yogale.
Yes, please, go ahead.
So I'll follow the initiation the way you began And I've listened to your episode. You made some very good valid points. Well, my question is that is there no way that the South African government can intervene in this website to bring an end to this drama? Because now things like it's getting out of hand, people are getting exhausted. It will be good to move forward as a nation.
Okay, so quickly, I can respond to that. Listen, I can respond to that quickly. Is that if government so wanted, they could actually bring that body into Zambia without the family. They can do it. If government wanted, they can request the South African government to bring that body into Zambia, and it can happen. But Hakainde Hichilema has been very patient, very wise, and very considerate. He's not doing that. He's not doing that. If at all they want, if government really wants, they can call for that body and it can come. But Hakainde Hichilema is not doing that, and I think we respect him for that. We respect him for that. Because what the family is saying that, okay, if you want, then we want to be part of us. We want to be part of it. So Hakainde Hichilema doesn't want that, basically. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, sir. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Hi, am I clear?
Yes, you are very clear. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm very short and sweet. So, like, Makebi right now is feeling so untouchable and so powerful.
He's powerful.
All this ending. Yes, he's powerful and he's got the country in his palms.
Yeah, he's ruling. He's President Makebi Zulu now. We are being led by President Makebi Zulu.
Yes. Yes. So what I can just say is I think it's high time. I think that the whole country has seen that our president, Mr. H, has really exercised patience. And if he was to put his foot down now, just come Zambia and the burial on this day, because he's got the power to do it. There's nothing like, no, they'll look at him as a bad person or a dictator. Everyone, even people that really don't like him, those who are reasonable, can tell that, no, on this one, he's not wrong whatsoever. Because it's all about HH. This funeral is all about HH. It's got nothing to do with, no, the government this, the government that. It's just one person. So my plea is just for the Lungu family to swallow their pride, because like they are being misled by few individuals. We can even count the individuals that are really messing up all this the thing, putting the country at ransom.
Yeah.
So let the Lungu family just reason. And it's very disappointing that.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Very well. Now, I'd like to contribute as one. Yeah, the president has showed so much to the. At the end of the day, the family has shown what they want for them, and there's nothing that we as a people can do about it. Let them be. This is what they want. Reasonable with their demands and everything else. Let them do. As a nation, we cannot stand and wait for them to decide for us. The president should not show weakness. It's that in itself. It brings about a lot of, things that are going to. People will look at him as a weak person. He's not supposed to be seen as such.
Yeah. No, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yes, this is Mr. Mike. I'm calling from Mondola. I also want to make a contribution over this issue. Yes, these people, it's like they've really
they really think they have so much power, and but folks say when you're president, yes. So I want to better kubaleka pefine mulanje namulanda bwino sana post kubati abantu ichitumbi bachitunge notichalo chiwe pastansiwe. Ero va president also na temwa fachagwa our president has been vindicated. Abantu vamone ngokwati they are bad people, they don't mean well for the country. It was good too, we voted them out of power in 2021. Because if we remember time account of then Aluvinda and the team wherever the forefront that the family to watch whatever the government did whatever they wanted to do. Lomba change to what government equata authority but Edgar Lungu. So our Bantu, they don't mean well for the country. They are very selfish people, and we don't need such leaders in our country.
Yeah. Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
My brother, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, this is Pungosa calling from the south.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah, no, I followed the program and I'm very happy the way you have, explained everything. One thing I'm just happy about is that they have made the work easier because now there is no campaign for HH 2026.
I'm
telling
you.
Matter of, if you know, even need for an opposition, for what?
They have really just rendered themselves useless. They have rendered themselves useless.
Impotent, in fact.
No, thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm watching live.
Yes.
Then over the thing of the former head of state.
Please speak up. You are very low.
Yeah, so some people, they are taking the political, and then for which by it is not the thing to do as a nation. So the big thing is like this thing. The constellation were done, and then as the Zambians, we are expecting the body to be in Zambia. Unfortunately, they had to change the program. So we don't know how far we are going as a nation. This is Kayombo calling from DRC.
Thank you, my brother.
Zambian.
Living. Okay, thank you, my brother. Hello? Hello?
Hello, President Tayali.
Yes.
Okay, I will within Lusaka.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yes, my main contribution is that the way it is like Navama heavy Zulu, it's more like for example, you are married to a baby mama, then after some time, make the move from a sata and then support for then after the condition for me to go to if we don't care say kunganda yobi parande no kusove no abita condition where bayaranda ti ifire iwe no tukabeko okay ine
nomkashwandi my ex
the husband as a normal husband you can't tell that some people otherwise the like what we are doing. Otherwise, I'm going to do one compass as if every take and
Niwa president wa
it's a
Makebi.
good thing that and it's a good thing that your president, so and the please. I think there is more to this which you need to discover and then maybe tell us.
Yeah.
Because it's somehow fishy.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Indeed. No, because I have children with this woman. I have children with this woman, so I want to sponsor the children, but you shouldn't be there when I come to talk to her. Because we have children together. You can't. I mean, they are really being unreasonable. The demands, it's just that anyway, at the end of the day, it is not about there is nothing that you can do to make these people happy. Tapali. You do this, they will come up with something. They will come up, they are looking for faults. They just want to embarrass government. So, Kumareka. Hello? Hello?
President Ali.
Yes, sir.
I called in as a first caller, and my contribution is the same thing.
So please,
more like
please be brief. I usually, because I've got so many people, I usually don't take second come back usually. But anyway, okay. Since we are talking,
let me be brief. Therefore, it's all my questions that at the time we were given, they're supposed to be in South Africa to stand in for the party. Why has he come back? At a time where people like Banakachinda are supposed to be in South Africa with the Lungu family, which they claim to love and support, why have they come back? At a time where Makebi is not supposed to be busy making certain transactions, or is it that they have been sending certain amounts to relatives in Nakonde at a time when things are supposed to be serious? So, in summary, what I'm trying to say is that the Lungu family, by Cheme, because there are people that have information, we have information, but out of respect, we don't want to start bringing out certain things. How they're siphoning money out of the country now. So please, let us skip this thing and let us buy it.
Okay, thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, my dear.
Oh, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, actually, I want to congratulate you for the wisdom that you are sharing to our nation. Even ndefo kulabda pofya kwebati. Ichiro chonze. Chirakwata mo problem. Olwe fwe bembufu twaishiba. Isambo lya mfalisa palasti. Nombe pakuja chakwe bati. Isambo lya mfalisa pali chijota chirapa. Nomba chakupapucha sana. So encouragement yabakateka aho bati ba president babarekefya abantu abo. Babarekefye because twanaka. Twanaka abeni n'abayikwatira kale sambo lya mfwa lyabo ko omuntu tabarashika. So tubarekefye mukwa abeni twalire because ibintu vingi nabimini na mucharo. Mukwa yawe na tote.
Mkwa. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
I have two things that I want to talk about.
Yes.
The first thing is that one thing they should know, these people, is that a lot of activities and forms of entertainment have been suspended.
Yes.
We have people who make money out of such activities.
Yes.
Do they even think that there are people who are not making money out of this? They are losing money. They don't even think about that. Then number two, they shouldn't think that Zambia belongs to PF. Zambia does not belong to PF. Zambia does not belong to Makebi Zulu. Let them do the right thing so that we forget about this issue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello? 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 Hello?
Batali mulishani.
Mkwai.
Batali ndefa kulanda kupali ashiridi ne. Otherwise mwanje chone ngalanda ine nebo bachiwanga awo mwana yakira mu efinombo. Emo bafuirire bakateka bantu balungu bakateka babonse. Nomba abe nabantu abanono cyaba namba cye none tubantu cyanyo mutendere mucharo teso. Ero balungu teba first kufwa potwalu dufishe bakaunda inkumenkume shiga. Badia. Bafwa then group yawe bene given rugende bayanga tino fwe twala shika whether ba family badefwa tukwe na wenchi nombe fya shupa patinshi fya shupa filiche simple sure ile mwana watu badetwangasha mumano nga fya shupa kanshi bakateka besu national morning baifumye ko fena flag bayenye to moving on fwe twana kana madirwa okay musenda me wino
natotera Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Am I live? Am I through to the live program?
Yes, you are. And you are yes, and you are very clear. Please go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Speaking to Mwansa.
Okay.
Yes, I just want to express my disappointment in terms of the people that are commenting on the opposite side. If you look at the comments that I'm seeing, the negative comments, it's just insults. But Chilufya, it shows that they've got nothing to say.
Absolutely.
They've got nothing to say, and it's so disheartening. Because even if you're opposing something, at least you need to have points.
Yes.
You need to say the reason why you're opposing. But when you're just coming out and just insulting, they're just exposing themselves more. And we just thank God for the wisdom that God has given our president. We just pray that he continues to give him more wisdom, and we continue to have him as a leader.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for this program.
Thank you. How you have really campaigned for Wakainde Ichilema? You have really campaigned for him. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, thank you. Good evening. Thank you very much. I've been following you keenly.
Yeah.
And I love your objectivity, the way you are expecting things, the way things are supposed to be. It's very encouraging that you have matured so much in politics that such that these are the type of politics that we need, issue-based. I just want to thank you for informing the nation correctly, and this is how this is the trajectory we're supposed to be on. It's not supposed to be about PF, it's not supposed to be about UPND, but doing the right thing. What you are doing is basically planting a good seed. I'm a UPND sympathizer, but when it comes to objectivity, you are very objective.
I just hope that the day that I don't agree with you, you see me as objective. Because the problem that usually I have with people is that when I don't agree with them, then I'm Shanina Bwali, then I'm all sorts of things. I just look at things the way they are. If Hakainde Hichilema was wrong, I'm telling you, I would have been roasting him here. But really, on this one, I mean, the man has done well.
And I can assure you, you have been so consistent, and this is why now I believe in you. You are consistent. You are consistent, and I support you very much.
Thank you.
If you are going to turn out to be, if UPND is going to do something that you are not going to agree with, and it's very objective, and it borders on principle, definitely will definitely support you.
No, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello. Hello. Yes. I'm quiet.
Describe more position. Awe tafeka alikuwa tomtimo vi munkadwe. Bushe churi mu state house lero.
But kwena mwandini na inewine kulande chinka. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart. Hakainde Hichilema has really surprised me. I mean, in many instances where you expect that, he has impressed me.
Like you are winter kavimba barera ndai day. I'm in balance, personally, because after Tuale Umpo and whatever that was said, this is a man who has acted opposite of what we were told that this man is. Honestly speaking, if the church message, it was PF that was in government today. And the opposite happened.
Hey.
Honestly speaking, I think
you know
what is happening today, Batayali, it has nothing to do with respecting the wishes of Edgar Lungu. What is happening today, it has everything to do with the hatred that these people that have against Hakainde Hichilema. And today I can safely say that Zambia is safe in Hakainde Hichilema's hands. He has demonstrated that this is a leader who takes his time. This is a leader who is calm, is cool and corrected. And such a leader, to have such a leader, even in a difficult time like this, then the country is safe. But I want also, I want to advise Baba Maiva Esther. You know, there is also life after a funeral. Ababonse ababa kandidi aba bakababutuka. And bakashara beka. How are they? Because even when the barrier Peter, Hakainde Hichilema will still be president of the Republic of Zambia. And I can safely say that by Esther Lungu being a widow and a wife of a former president, they will still need Hakainde Hichilema. With the embarrassment, with the situation, how is she going to face her? And for a young lady, an upcoming leader like Tasila Lungu, they have failed to read between the lines to say what Makebi Zulu and given Vindavana Kachinda and all these are just nothing but parasites. And the earlier they realize that, the better for them. Otherwise, I feel sorry for them. But I want to say this as I end, that may God give more grace and wisdom to Hakainde Hichilema, because I think most of us are in balance, that this is a person we were told that is a devil. But how he has acted, I think for me, I want to apologize for all the bad things that I said against this man. I thank you.
Thank you. And that's what you have done. You are making now people to apologize. Hello?
Hello.
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 Hello. Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Hi, sir.
Yes, yes. Move away from the other phone. We are getting a feedback.
Okay. I've done that, sir.
Yes, please go ahead now. We can hear you.
Yes. Mr. Chilufya Tayali, I really want to appreciate you for the way how you are coming out. I don't know the level I have to put you, maybe the level at the youth or the level at the wisdom person. Because you're understanding your level of maturity at that level where it is like you are 65 years.
Well, I'm not so young.
So, coming to this issue of Edgar Lungu, what is surrounding in this nation, the first thing, Mr. Chilufya Tayali, I'll tell you is this is embarrassing. We are embarrassing ourselves as a nation. It's like we don't have leaders who can advise that for the late Mr. President Lungu. That's what we can see, because even their family, it seems like there is no bigger people who can advise. There's no bigger people who can come up, mature people, stand up to say, no, this is wrong and this is good. This is what we can see. It seems like now the family have given power to the politicians to do whatever what they can and to say whatever what they can say, which now we can see, Mr. And now things are not okay. I think African President Church. What if?
Hello?
Yes, Tayali.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, boss. I'm keenly following you, starting from the time that you started sharing your views on this funeral. Actually, you are very right on everything that you are saying. Now, my contribution is, if possible, let this family be banished from participating in national affairs if that is their characters. That is my contribution.
Okay, thank you. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, SK.
Good evening.
This is Brian from Mazabuka. I just want to contribute to this wonderful topic.
Thank you.
What we are looking at is Given Luvinda, who was one of the key leaders during the time of PF. And the behavior that is being portrayed right now, it's not any different to the behavior that PF was portraying. I'm wondering why the whole lot of Given Luvinda apologized for the behavior when they're still portraying the exact behavior. They have continued to campaign for HH and will support him. For Tayali, I can say congratulations for this great support. Will not let you down too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm seeing a statement that has been released by government. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Evening, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Kaswa, on the line.
Please go ahead.
Yes, Tayali, you see, it is really sticky, as everyone has said. It's very embarrassing to the family. No matter what picture. Ila memorial wakwete ku South Africa Fest was a body muchechi mulabayimo.
Oh no, it didn't. They didn't bring.
So mamona ishimingara to shonsare taking kishambire kula kwini. Smwa kwata shani memorial body within. Body no later, body na muisha kula kwini.
I think everyone has said we are all tired. I think the best way is just to cancel the mourning period. Let the next move on, because they are pressing things. There is life after death. So this is not the first president we've lost, and he's not the last. So the way they're acting, let the government just put this mourning period to cancel, because they cannot be twisting the government with a dead body. So as you've rightly said, they'll come on board when they are ready. Let's just move as a country.
Thank you.
We are very much disappointed.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Chilufya?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yeah, I just want to give my opinion over this issue.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, the thing is, they withdrew his benefit when he was alive. So why should they reinstate his benefit when he's gone?
Okay, so just there. Wait a minute. It's not that I'm being impatient with you, but I've been explaining. I have explained that. I don't think you understood. I have explained. They withdrew the benefits because he came back in politics. He was active in politics, and that's a law. So you cannot fault a government on that. How can you? You came back into politics.
Because he died while in politics. So why should you force the government to get back into?
No one is forcing. No one is forcing. Who is forcing? Who is forcing?
It's the government. Because
my brother. My brother. Hey, my brother. You cannot be misleading people on my program. Who is forcing? No one is forcing. No one is forcing. Government. That's why government has been engaging. So how can you say government is enforcing? Hello?
Hello, Matali. One minute and the now I'm sure I think you are family have a long politics. But you have the so-called German lawyers. Varianga impianga shapa wakasalangana. Kasila na vanina, all they were supposed to do was ukuna kili the poko ikinsenda kunkoko kuna kili. Ngavari na kilila, they just go along with the government so that ngavafika ku Zambia. Probably, maybe. Our president in Gavari Sabo Shakumchmanama cases ever dropped. But the way they're doing it now, I don't think Mama they are hovering around because they still have a little bit of money. When that money dries out, that family will be in the dry. Vakashalavika, Imilandu will still stand. So Vanakili left you. I think that's all I can advise. Otherwise,
thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Hello? Hello?
Mr. Tari, muliche bueno.
Bueno, shamwana.
Oshe. Okunga program ya nilichabe bueno. Wakamba bueno maningi. Manje chintu tanda boisa. Wari wa mzimaye wa mama Edgar Lungu. Na mwana wabo. Wari walinkezi ku South Africa for the past 2 weeks. Bamuna wabo baligone mu mochari. Bankara bakudya bashtabanje. Ivo bintu vidapu sana wene vishti kamkanti yake. Baputisa bamuna wabo kuti. Lukweti wene nakashinda. Given loving. But the direction. Today you see them bakambaichi. Mungasila walibe family, sure. Like you and Nakachinda Rajab. It's like that man doesn't know politics. So Stephen Antawene washita mislead country yatu. Ekmetere wa mdara tiwadire mshe.
Zikomo. Hello?
Mr. Taj.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I just want to support you, my brother. Are you getting me clear now?
Yes, very clear, very clear.
Yes, listen, I've been following you lately, especially concerning when we just started the program about the death of our president, elected president. The opportunity this guy was living this was up. Because listen, we already knew, we know that there are a lot of things that have been happening in PPF when we were starting to calculate. And we've been very, we cannot continue in the same trajectory because we cannot put Zambia at ransom. And people have been looking at how can we reconcile. And this was an opportunity for PF and UPNG to come together. Why have we been having marriage together? But now, this is a good opportunity which they were supposed to take advantage of, especially passing away of our president. But it seems now they are trying to put fire, putting firewood on the fire. So where are we going to end up? So I really, from the way you come out, I really support the guy. This is true what has been happening. This guy, they don't want reconciliation and someone is not ready to take up that opportunity. Leave them out. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I'm Smari on the line.
Please go ahead, sir.
We appreciate your knowledge, sir, and we appreciate what you're doing for the country.
Thank you.
For those who are saying the government is, the government is willing what is supposed to be done for the head of state. This is a person who ruled Zambia for 7 years. The government is not doing it for the UPND or for PF. But for the person, they are paying a respect to the person who was there as the head of state.
Exactly.
So there is nothing like forcing themselves on a person. This is for the respect, not anything else. Let us put our heads together. We forget about PF, we forget about UPND, and do what is right for the late president. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. President. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, for me, I just want to say thank you to you. And today, I want to apologize actually on behalf the family and my friends who are close to me. The apologies I'm offering is hitting on each church that has never done anything bad to me. I was just being misled by people. You know, he is very bad. We grew up knowing that he's a very bad man, but we thank God that today God has his own way of justifying those that are pure. And I'm here offering my apologies for hating on an innocent person when actually people wanted to ride on those lies that they can, earn, some ends meet. So I just came to offer an apology. And actually, I need also to offer an apology to you for sometimes thinking that you're just politicking. This is when I'm learning that actually you're talking sense. My sincere apologies. So if I die today, I don't die a bitter person.
No.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. I take those apologies. Except that I hope tomorrow when I say something that you don't like,
Hello?
You won't call me names. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Tad.
Yes.
Yeah, my question is, how I've been seeing Pastor Lungu putting on H10 for Catholic.
Yeah.
So, which I believe.
Yeah, she's Catholic.
Her and the family, they belong to Catholic Church.
Well, herself, I know she's Catholic. She's baptized Catholic. She's married in the Catholic Church. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, so my question is, has the Catholic Church allowed this behavior, which is not good, as they are presenting it as the church? Because what they're presenting it means that's what comes from what they learn from the church.
Yeah. That's
the next
deep.
question I have is, who is the chief for the former president Lungu? And does it mean that chief is happy with what is happening from his son? Because before President Lungu became the president, there is where he's coming from. So what is the take from that chief?
Yeah, from the traditional leaders, if you could put it that way, indeed.
Yes, because whether someone is a president, still those traditional leaders are counted as
our fathers.
As our fathers.
No,
yes.
Thank you, my brother. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I'm Titus.
Okay, please go ahead, Sir Titus.
Yes, so, Mr. Tayali, I wanted you maybe to clarify, or maybe you have some information. When they were doing the memorial in South Africa, because they were doing it for the Zambians that are living in South Africa.
Yes.
Did they bring the body in that church? Because obviously, when they are doing the memorial, it's like those people were supposed to be saying bye and pay their last respect to their president. Obviously, even the body viewing should have taken place.
They didn't bring the body.
Now, here is now the question. Is it really Edgar Lungu dead?
He is.
Even in a foreign country like Africa, they would not take the body.
He is. Let's not doubt that one. Edgar Lungu is gone. That there shouldn't be a doubt on that one. Edgar Lungu is gone. That is a fact.
Then when it comes to here, is there a way the president, let's say, okay, the president can delegate the vice president to say, okay, let the vice president receive, and then the president can go for the actual state funeral that is going to take place on Sunday, which they put. Is there any possibility that they can?
So listen. With all the negotiations, it is not about those people agreeing to certain things. It is not about that. So you can give them this, but really it is not about these demands, because they have been changing from the time that Edgar Lungu died. They have been changing their stories. They are the ones who have been changing. Like I have explained in this program, they started with, no, you remove the benefits. No, you stopped him from coming to for medicals. No, his wish, whatever. So, you are dealing with people who have got an ulterior motive. So, no matter what you give them, I mean, they will still find a reason, to bring up confusion.
Has the president got powers to cancel the national mourning? Since looking at the programs, even the president himself has got programs that he is supposed to have been going around attending.
Yes.
Now everything is cancelled for almost 2 weeks.
Yes, the national
Nothing
mourning.
is happening.
Listen, the national mourning is given at the discretion of the president. The president has got powers to give you a national mourning, just like those honors that you see at State House. Okay, so he can do that. He can do that. He has got those powers. Even me, if he wants, or even yourself, if he wants, he can give you a state funeral if he wants. Yeah. As long as there is something that you have contributed to the country.
I'm so grateful. Thank you for your clarity.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello? Hello, Chilufya.
Yes. How in the February no
imwe president baramyumfu wako wakamba mulandeko nabo mailo bakachita address ichalo bakichite council ebifi national mourning twanaka nafyo tukesa bwelela ko lubiri nga batendwa kwita ku South Africa batendwa Vaya tumairo tukesa tukaleta body. Lero tukavika national morning. I think randenu konavo. Wakashita dress ichalo mai.
Okay. I'm sure. Okay. I'm sure now mfwa. Mwema dilinga na president na mfofo baranda. Hello.
Hello, chunguro mkwai.
Chunguro po mkwai.
Mkwai. A straight cool question. Icho nefo kuranda po. So if you want to suggest that HHA kabako nomba muchalo ngamuli president na vice president. O chivashani abeninga baisa ushe vice president kucha taking a responsibility aka president oshan, or does it have any issue on the part of the country? Let's say vice president taking a responsibility aka president.
Let me respond clearly. That's why we have a president. The president, the vice president is only an assistant where the president is not available. There must be good reason. And you know, it is not even straightforward. Take off that the president. It is constitutionally. Haka inde ichilema at the moment. Te ufwa wakwe apa afwi ni president. He is bound by the state instruments. But there is what we call statecraft. Statecraft you cannot delegate a responsibility when you are there. You are the president. You are the captain in that plane. So you cannot just do that. No. Statecraft yakana.
So in short, amaka it's like Mulisa transfer amaka.
Exactly.
President.
Exactly. Who started to get responsibility. Echo va vice president valela ndapo ati chimo mwe valela ndeve chimo na treason hiyo because mleva tikateka evapo and yet kateka epwali. Who president in 24/7. Who president in 24/7.
Tell Makepi Zulu, tell lawyer Makepi.
Ni lawyer number kaidi you know na kwata efwale chitanto ankane. But anyway, if ndanda tema politics taba eshwa Makepi Zulu vale chitama politics but ma politics vale chita yamma daipa ma politics vale chita ba nani kani ba Makepi Zulu
yawe na totera.
Hello.
Hello?
Mkwai, go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Tayali, good evening.
Good evening.
Stephen here.
Yes, Stephen, go ahead.
So, our Bantawa that, you know, Tayali, Nombakabili, we are story. They look like they have not studied you very well.
Tell them, please speak for me. Speak for me.
Because when I am watching that, no, me, I'm sorry. No, Nalandi, no. What it is here is that not Chilufya get into. Not Chilubana. In situation to Rimoya Mariro. What we are supposed to do is to give the last respect to our former president. And you're on point, Tayali, that you've belabored to give the correct position. No, but next time we got to offer no mwambo kwa president kwa can you sit in your correct position? It shouldn't be a topic of saying no. Tayali na chinja number one, na chinja number. No.
That's what they do. They even accuse me. This one has paid you. This one has paid you. Edgar Lungu now. They were saying Edgar Lungu was paying you. Edgar Lungu is gone.
So na move for Edgar Lungu has paid you na move for no.
No mbapa whatever. Ndefo kuwera. Instead of looking at my issues,
I'll come from that.
I'll come at the right time because ukona kweno kunga waisa isa mdara chandonga kainde buy mdara. My politics they have na muntu wandi politics. They're not playing fun. But I don't know what you might do, and I will speak out. And when I speak out, mukanjikati. Hello.
Hello,
Yes,
I'm calling from. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, my name is Toa and I'm Zambian, never
Okay.
But in the diaspora. Yes. So
okay.
my point is that I am for your idea whereby they should just stop this whole thing, and that means the president should just announce that he's stepping his foot down and bringing his people back, just as you explained. You see, in that case, because the first point I want to say is that government is the people.
You know?
So, because government is the people, HH just wanted to bring this body and follow protocol. Just as you said, you follow protocol for the Pope.
Yes.
For the Pope, you follow the protocol.
Yes.
So, as a president, you also follow protocol.
Yes.
So, government is the people. So, that he's supposed to be buried according to Zambian government. And UPND is just the admin.
Yes.
So, this is what people should understand. I'm happy you've got this platform to educate people. And so, for this reason, I would like to side you and say that HH should step his foot down and bring his people back to Zambia, because this will teach the family back in South Africa that even those PF who are trying to campaign, they'll get to learn that actually the one who's got power is
the president.
The one who's got power is HH.
Yes.
Because even if president is not, even if the president is not attending the funeral will finish and he'll still be president.
Yes.
So the power, when he just steps his foot down, they'll see that he is the one who has the power. This is when they'll come and beg him and say, "Mukwai tu direct number to send mutu afwe wala isabalombe mwalamu."
And my sister.
So that was my point.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm taking advantage of what you have just said about the process of repatriating a body. Let me just bring up the process of repatriating a body. When a body is being repatriated, the country, the embassy in that country must be involved, because they must identify a person to say, yes, this person that you are repatriating to Zambia or to Congo or to South Africa is actually a national of that country. They cannot just lift a person, boom, let's take this body to wherever. No, they must be identified. You want to church is from that country. And who can confirm your identity? It is the embassy or the foreign mission that is near the country where you are. Once that's identified, they are the ones that facilitates the process of moving that body back to the country. So in this case, Makebi Zulu and the family, if they have to bring the body of Lungu back into Zambia, they need government. Why? Because the embassy in South Africa must confirm that Chachine uyuni Edgar Lungu, and yes, mu Zambian. They must agree. Otherwise, if they don't agree, they cannot bring the body into Zambia. So those people, I'm taking advantage of what you have said. At the end of the day, they need government. They need government.
Yes.
And even barring takwa okushika omuntu muchalo chavene without following protocols. There must be diplomatic engagement where the country says, okay, it's okay, you can bury him there, we have no problem. Because like me, nangiyo in the diaspora, that country cannot just bury you. No. Because Zambia tomorrow can accuse that country to say, you killed our person. Where did you take our person? Maybe you sold the body parts. So they must be that diplomatic engagement to say, since you have failed to repatriate the body, you have failed to, these things have to come in. So at the end of the day, now to remove diaspora, refugee, we need our country at some point. We need our country at some point. So that's why we cannot be insulting our country just because you are outside. You start insulting your country. You start disparaging the government. Even Ngatulelanda, we should be careful when we talk about our governments, because one way or the other, we come from that country, and that country is led by the people that are elected. No, so
exactly.
thank you, my sister.
That's why I said by saying government is the people.
Yeah. Thank you, my sister. Thank you.
So, yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please. Hello? Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. So the thing is like this thing. The former president time. He was a person for whereby the army should do handover. Let the army take over. Then whereby we are still fighting each other in terms of talking, and then it don't help us. Let the army do the needful.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good evening. Yes. Good evening, Watayali.
Good evening.
You can hear me?
Very clearly, ma'am. Very clearly. Please go ahead.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'm calling you from Chililabombe.
Yes.
I don't want to beat about the bush. My contribution is, please, these who are holding the country at ransom should be given time to digest, to think on their own. Please ask the president. Give this message to the president from us citizens.
My sister, listen, my sister, yes. I'm not cutting you, but I want you to speak to the president directly. The president, I can assure you, this forum is very big. The president listens to you.
Okay.
So speak out, let the president, address the president on this forum. I can assure you the president will hear you. Say what you have to say.
Thank you so much for the assurance. Mr. President, we voted for normalcy and sanity. Please, these people, these are thugs. You are dealing with thugs. And we appreciate your tolerance. You are very tolerant, and we appreciate your calmness. But I think they've taken this thing too far. This is the time now. This is the right time. I think you should just step out of this. Mr. President, step out of it and give them time to think, to deal with their madness. Let them come back and ask you to say, we are done now. We want to bring the body back home. And then you give them the go-ahead. They've just dragged this thing too far. We are tired. And please, we beg that let the flag fly back to the full mast. Remove the flag from the half mast so that you release us as a nation. We go on with our daily business because we are still like, the mood is still like we are mourning, and yet We are not mourning. We are no longer mourning because of the drama they are causing. So please release us. Cancel the national mourning. It will come back again. It will resume when they finish making their drama. The family is too dramatic. Together with their lawyer, they are too dramatic. So please release us as a nation, Mr. President. We appreciate that you are so calm and you have tolerated this thing for this long. But thank you so much, Mr. Tayali.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Sikia mwatushe kwa itemu lote.
Mkwa.
Sikia, ala, abantu tukalisha.
You know?
Tukalipa mutima elefo nde mpapa no basikie mutima elefo kulepuka. Ni problemu nshimo wantu bakwalesa. Tupeni kwa chirumba, tuwaseba no kusebanye chalo mpaka sepalasi bane tuseka. Tuliwa kwa betura na futi na president wozu bamu kembusha kumusangusha kembo.
You know?
Uni problemu nshie bena maketi zuru kwa teni komutima. Chalo life kwa riba na mairo abantu ofiri bakoto mutima bashikia. Diranda no bukaline paro na chinkaripa because takwa if bade chitaba bantu takwa mu bantu bakwalesa. Pesa fya shupira. Edgar Lungu saved this country regardless of whatever happens. These are politics. But the man is a statesman. Mama na bashikia. Ura muntu ari bombera chino chalo. Give us the pride. Ya kushika kateka wesu mutende. Imagine Mnangagwa alienda shani kura ekeri. Au atumena vice president. Baitu mwana shani bari abantu. Kuma kwati mifo tukote problem kono. Isho ngaria shida ndara mana wakwate ndara malifo kuleta. Nganjeje banda malifo kusa mundeke. There are so many ways of doing those things. But to not have a president wesu. Papa pata. Natotera sana bashikia.
Iyo chesma natotera. Hello? Hello?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay. So, hii point ya mariro kishupire sana. What we just need to do is require a government essentially anything, like even you are looking for something there and replicate the body, no good to receive by airport. Okulanda tawe tend tushikete uno ipwena tushika kale ngabale fo kwate fo amaliro bakwete kusa Africa ko kwino it's okay then bakala na do ifo trafo kushika la tushika kale kulifa dono agenda buko umuntu bisana teine ni nebo takwa.
But that will anyway, bye. Hello? Hello?
No.
Yes, please.
Chan wakateka.
Mkwe.
Wakateka. Alama bombeni wakateka lesale mipala. Before I even make my contribution. Now, coming to my contribution wakateka. I think we are tired as a country. We can't be put in a drama like that. It's very unfortunate. So please, so let me say this so that maybe you can speak to the president.
No, speak. Vale umfa bakateka. Yuna shilandala bakateka ine. Landen fela. Apaso vale mi umfa. Landeni. Speak to him, address bakateka.
Okay.
Say baka inde ichile mani mwendeva. Let him listen to you on this program.
Okay, President baka inde ichile please inga mletu umfa. You have tried the best that you can to negotiate with the family of the late sixth former president, but things are not working out. So my appeal as a citizen is that cancel the national mourning. Then when they are ready to
to bury the 6th president, the family yabo. Let them go back to government, then we move forward. Because as it is now, those people in the entertainment industry, the comedians, the musicians, and others, their lives have been put at stake right now. They can't feed their families. So who is holding the lives of those musicians right now? It is those people that are causing drama, which is unfortunate. So my last comment, Mr. President, is that please, leaders like yourself, I cannot just quote you word by word, but in conclusion, to leave time for other callers, therefore, that you have grown politically, President. I love the maturity, the maturity you have gathered as a politician. Okay, so for that, Mr. President, I'm proud of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next time when you're going to come out, me, I've come to understand you. I've come to understand you by now. You are not a kind of person who can side with someone all the way. You're a kind of person who comes out and say, "Apa pena na urufiani." You are a kind of person who is kulanda apa pena na uwa. Na uwa. Nomba badava sa misunderstand badia. Bamona kwati idenga malanda apa na urufiani. Bamona kwati ni shmwachinja.
No.
Mr. Muchinjishi, it's only that at that moment, you are not agreeing with that particular individual, regardless of who they are.
Exactly.
I think that's why many people, have not understood you. But for me, I've understood who you are. And I've been following you for some time now.
Yeah, no.
I've come to understand you. And the moment you, lastly. The time that you are going to come back to Zambia, regardless of whatever time, I don't mind.
Yes.
Or 20 years, or whatever time.
Yes.
I will make sure that I'll follow you. Me, personally, I'll be part of your political party. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm happy. Before you go, I'm happy at least I've got some people that are understanding me. Because when I want, no, lelo wachinja. Hey, lelo wachinja. Hey, so I'm saying this. It's not that I've become UPND. It's not that because the book where I was for now feeling. Every now for now undisha more.
Because
balungu na rekara na balungu. But I don't agree with this. Should I continue at your panty balungu na rekara na mo your panchani? Bamaewa estarungu. Bale fumie fintu mu pantry mu miabo vampera. I mean I respect that. But should I agree with this? No. And
there are some issues by President. There are some issues much they criticize back in the Chilema. Wow, you are even that side.
Yes.
Because I follow your programs, Yambi. When you say, we pay up back in the Chilema, I don't agree with you. And you bring out your points why you don't agree with the government.
Thank you.
At that particular moment.
No, but when I don't bring
and when you don't agree with the PF. And when you don't agree with the PF at a particular point, on many issues, I've been following you. You bring out your points why you don't agree with the Patriotic Front at that particular moment. And that, I think Zambians must understand you from that perspective.
No, thank you, my brother. Thank you. At least I feel good that some people at least are getting to understand me. Thank you.
Thank you, my president.
Hello.
Hello, Shanwachkia.
Yes, Shanwali.
My contribution in the for fe abantu vekale nechakutontonkani hapo. Mwami ama general abakalamba mwami ya South Africa baisa banshika kapeti. Bansurula futi bamachinga nemisumbo shiraka maswedi. Nenzapatona bapolisha bwino bamachinga. Baisa petrula yali ama kapeti na fionse babwekera munishina bamonekana pa TV. Bamonekera. That is disrespect of the highest level.
Sana.
Mwamonaka, which it paints a very bad picture, not only kuri wali abantu but on the country as well. Mwamonaka.
Yes.
So this thing batontonga nyepo sana. Olo bali mukyalo mwabo mwamonaka. So a point therefore abatontonga nyepo. As all this is going on.
No, thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello?
Hello. I don't know if it's night, good morning, or whatever time it is your end.
Good evening indeed.
Good evening. My name is Linda. Two small contributions.
Yes.
Number one, I've heard a lot of people talk about the fact that they want to, they should cancel the national mourning. Actually, I'm one of those people who is really fatigued at what's going on. It's not even the national mourning that I'm thinking about. Let the state funeral just be cancelled with whatever it comes with. Let this be cancelled, and then they say this is a private thing. Let them bury him the way they want him buried and go ahead with that. That means that even the foreign dignitaries that would come and attend this funeral, they should be alerted that this is a private matter. Family is doing it wherever they want to bury, whether Buchifuenang and Kuisaka Tuishi. Number one. Number two, the other thing that we need to realize now is that we need to strengthen our laws.
Yeah.
It's very clear that when a retired president or a president who's no longer in power does not get their benefits and all those things, that's clear. But what we don't have in our laws, or what I have not seen, is what happens when that president, the ex-president, dies in that state where they are not, they're still in active politics. What happens in that incident?
Yes.
That should be put in the laws, because amongst the things that have been bringing confusion, that has come out on top. So basically, that was my own thing. That's what I wanted to contribute to this whole thing. Great show. Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? 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 So, I think, hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening, Mr. Tayali.
Yes, good evening.
You are speaking to me, Mr. Vincent, calling from DRC.
Oh, okay. Please go ahead.
Yes, I just want to give a small clarification. During the day, I was watching a clip where a journalist was showing us a coffin being put on an airplane. Does it mean that coffin was put back out again?
No, that coffin was fake. That was not Edgar Lungu's coffin. Lungu's coffin was never brought to the airport. No one has seen Edgar Lungu's coffin anywhere. No, it's not true.
But did you see that clip also?
Yes, I saw it, but it's not true. No one has seen Edgar Lungu's coffin anywhere because it has not moved. The body of Edgar Lungu has never moved out of the hospital. Never.
Who is playing that? And that journalist is reporting such fake news.
No, it's not true. Hello.
Hello, Agateka Magombe.
Mkwema Wombele.
Mkwai. Twatotera sana kwa milimo yenu ya advocate. But my encouragement to you is this. Wagateka mwakapamano ero mwalivashea. You are playing the right role for democracy. Because you are not taking sides. When it is wrong, it is wrong. When it is right, it is right. But I have certain points which I'd like to encourage you as a leader. On this matter, you have been too emotional. Now, as a leader, we are expecting a leader who is well balanced in terms of emotion. And your emotions supposed to balance whereby you don't hurt the other part, and then the other part also feel happy. What it is, you just have to come out with wisdom, whereby everyone understands that you are right. Not where the other part feel it's hurt, and the other party is happy now. Because right now, it looks like now, some of us who are from the UPND, we are more than happy. And then the other part is being hurt, and they feel hatred towards you. That's a line that you have to balance, my president. Is that the area that you have to balance? But again, to the president, our president he has to look and to do self-introspection. The politics, Yamingalapo went too far. That one we have to talk about it. Went too far. We are one family. We are one people. We have to understand what I'm doing to my brother. If it happens to me, what will it happen? You see? So our politics of getting too far now, we have to go in that as a nation to do self-introspection and to bring elders and the church together and cancel some levels of politics. The hatred is too much. Those areas, my president therefore has to look into it because the politics went too far. Now look the effect and the consequences, the embarrassment that we are going through as a country. You see? Then in the family also, the president, you have to understand them. They are in the emotional situation. You know, and because the people feel too much pain, it's not us Zambian, it's not even the father. It's the father. It's the father that is the one who has worked with the daughter, it's the son, it's the wife. These are the people who have serious pain. So when you are counseling, make sure you understand them because even though emotional, it can cause them to go astray. But you have to be lenient and understand. Then one thing I like, the last thing I also like about our president has been so quiet. This reflection is a reflection of wisdom. They understand how we are related towards this matter. And then those who are saying that let's start off and we begin to do, I'm not supporting. I wish we give us a little bit respect, maybe even 1 week, 2 weeks, then we continue with our, with our own lifestyle. When we are ready, or when the family is ready, they can bring. That's our leader. That's our father. They can bring the body. We can bury it. Even another government comes in, they can come to this home. But the country has to move on, and we have to live as a nation.
No, thank you. Thank you very much.
For the balance you have done.
Thank you. Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening, sir.
Twatotera pali program unayo masana. I think we are all learning now politics.
Every day we are learning.
Now different views. We are able to pick one or two things.
You see?
Like that lady who called from Chilufya Tayali. Constitution, yes. Tayali win. Apato aleta kana pa constitution amendment. So number pa fiat stick I want to that we need to enforce some laws. No, number concern yandi Mr. Balungu ilio wafuite pamila yata yale tishoto watu waje abasukana apa temwalesa baleta ekio ko that Constitution and forgiveness. Number one, reconciliation and forgiveness.
Yeah, you can hear. What about reconciliation and forgiveness? A national day of a day of prayer.
It's doing absolutely nothing. Why do we keep that thing? If the one who promoted it can't be able to keep his weight.
It's a good one. Malunga 18th October. A day of fasting and reconciliation.
And people were calling that in the Saturday because it didn't happen. And the room was attending the same way. And he had failed to keep his word.
No.
Coming to the issue of Tasila, the government didn't assist. No, the government assisted. Whatever they are using, it's what they benefited from the government. They are not not foolish. A father served the country. India shows she never whatever they want to they are coming because they were friend of a father because they stayed in the state house. All the connections they benefited the government. So if this relation says she never woman. Balungu tabari ba president batasira na tabari pona ba kulia ba ibo yiminga mu kansela ba yimina na MP italenga kushia funzo fila ni chifuro cha kwete ba wiki they must obey the word of the government. We've got ministers to give. No, automatically our president, so we must consider that. Oh, no, stop what you are doing. Stop what you are doing. But when they are reconciliated, Mr. President, how can we school them? We are learning the politics. I think in the more I can therefore t-shirt, opposition is not about leading the country, but putting the country in a good trajectory. Yeah. This is what you are doing. It's not always to get power, no. It's when you see that the country is going into a certain danger, which some people cannot see, then you are there to guide. This is about opposition.
Thank you very much. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening, my dear.
So Messi within Saka.
Okay.
It's good you've opened up this platform.
Yeah.
So that you can interact.
Yeah.
First, our questions.
Yes.
Yes, thank you very much for opening this platform.
Please try to speak up. Try to speak up so that we can hear you clearly.
Yes, for me, I can say I'm very. Are you able to hear me now?
Better, far much better. Good.
Okay, so for me, I can say I'm very disappointed with the Lungu's family because concerning what happens, it's very surprising. I would really want to know exactly why they would request for them to apologize. Because as we were all there in PF, the way have been ruined, what was happening, a lot of people were killed. Of course, we can't say Mr. Lungu was a saint or what. He had his flaws and he has his good parts. But the fact that we saw whatever which was happening, then concerning the way they treated the other party, we all saw that. So now the surprising part is that why do they want to play victim? Is Mr. Edgar Lungu really dead, or they're just trying to play the other part? Because if at all you've just lost a loved one, they can't allow their loved one just moving from one place to another without burying that person. You know, that's a grief we feel. That's a grief. I feel when there's something paining, you don't even want to keep that pain. Even in families, but they say it brings us together.
You know?
They would have buried the that. No, but the late said this and this. Instead of staying there in South Africa, we don't know what's happening. We don't know if it's true, Mr. Lungu is dead or not. We don't have any evidence. Mr. Lungu was the president for, not just for one person. Mr. Lungu was the Zambian president, the 60th. So I guess this is a national thing. It's not a one family thing. They can't take it to be one party state. Then I would love to appreciate His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema for being calm. He's a very calm person. Because if I was the president of UNITA, this was happening during Mr. Lungu's time.
Yes.
Believe me, Mr. Lungu would have tolerated what is happening right now.
No.
What's happening is wrong. It's like I'm not affiliated to any party. So I'm not supporting either party, UPND or PF. But what the PF they're doing is wrong. It's like they're also luring a part of Zambia. It's like Mr. Given Lubinda is also a president somewhere. Then they've opened up a bunch somewhere. They also they also have their own president, which is wrong. We are one Zambia, one nation. We have one president. So why is it that they want to act as if they're also ruling somewhere? Or maybe we have two Zambians where they'll say, no, don't bring your army, we have our own security. That's very wrong.
Yeah.
No. Mr. Lungu was the president. His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema should be there. He's the father of this nation. How do you bury someone without the father of the nation? It's more like they are standing against the nation. But you think him is very calm because personally, if I was the president, I would just tell them, okay, keep him in South Africa, bury him there if you want to keep him. Just they don't want to bury him. Like, they've made a lot of programs not to be moving forward because of the same thing. There's no one who can do anything. Like, no one is happy. Just like the way the vice president said.
Thank you, my dear. Can let me take a few other calls. You have made a very good point. Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah, so my contribution would be, first of all, I would love to thank you for giving us an opportunity tonight to give our opinions and our feelings. Or I remember you said we talked to the president.
Yes.
So the president, so far, I think those of us that are following what is happening, I think we've gotten to a point where we feel like even if he reacted otherwise, now we are going to say, oh, he's only human.
Yeah.
From where I stand, he's been pushed too much. He's been pushed too much, and we have a camp of this political party called PF that have not come to terms with the fact that power has changed hands.
You know? They still think they have it.
They have... Me, I'm in this side like Matero. When you pass through their secretariat there, they are packed there. There is chaos. But here is a party in government that has said, let them be.
You know?
And now you've got the whole family, a family, what I saw there, there were just 5 people with Makebi Zulu.
Yes.
Issuing instruction to the sitting head of state.
You know?
Literally telling the head of state what to do. And I'm sure the president I don't think deep down his heart as a person is interested even to attend this burial.
No! For what? For what?
He is looking at the position he's holding. That's what is compromising. This is what is building this all tolerance. The HH we all know is not interested like in this whole thing anywhere. But I'm sure those that are talking to him are saying, no, Mr. Man, you are the president. You're the president. he is not interested in this whole thing.
For sure. For sure.
So I think it is the high time that he used these what they call instruments or powers. If there are people that are in South Africa there, you tell them, come back. Even this, whatever we are calling national money, it could be cut short. Let those people do their thing. Let's move on. When they will have made their decisions on how they want to go about this whole thing, they will get back to us as government.
Yeah.
Because this country is not on autopilot. I am here in charge of it. And every citizen has got a duty or a responsibility, an obligation to give respect, to start with the head of state. But this is they are demeaning, they are undermining, like, we can't be held to ransom like this by what Mr. HH and Edgar were doing. Those were politics.
Yes.
Those were politics.
Yes. Yeah, I lost that one. Hello? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tadi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Thank you. I'm Augustine Soccer from Eastern Province.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yes. I think what these people are doing, this is pure politics. Because the president has been very patient with whatever has been happening, but still, they are taking him for granted. It's high time that actually the president should use his instrument of power under these people, because this is pure politics. And at the end of the day, they want to make him look as if he's doing the wrong thing. Get my point? Because the little favors that he's giving them, they are punishing them, making as if it's him who is actually against whatever is happening. So I feel the president has to really use his power so that we handle these people and move on. We have a lot of things that we can do other than.
Thank you.
So thank you very much.
Hello? Hello?
Good evening, my friend.
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay. Ine film pakusha.
Kuti mwalandisha ikati sheniko. If you can speak louder so that two fiction we know.
Okay. Film pakusha kukwena ine pedi yashi. Fia kwevat ba family. Kuti ba side yaba Esther na side yaba yajiba president wezibalo. Because the phone is chilonga chachitika. Ekuba abantu bayisapanu nama advise bajaba kalamba baleta ku advise abantu ifinto ifitunturo. Amana. Nombe phone dem wana chiri kwachitapadi advise ili yonze kuma kalamba mfamily. Pozili yachiri asana. If anything, now been listening kubonsa badetuma. Chilufya Tayali babaraba mbeti. They could have even used this kubomba pamona handi land the government. Na chimwe mirandu jimbi. Chivaberera ko.
Sana fiye.
Na kubantu. Amona? Nombe fibarechi taka tuishinga bare umfira feba politician banabo na politician. Otherwise it's high time family yaingira because past domba torambo kumwena muna ba family because pati tabafuma kubantu. Naba president wesu naba bombe nchitwa ikaramba
sana.
At least he has shown maturity, patience and everything. But it's high time, I think, naba that tact. Because at the end of the day, they say don't underestimate the power of fools in numbers. Because if into barepanga sadaba tumwenisha musana outside. Outside. So I don't pass to president. I think what that was actually control the situation. Otherwise, we are tired one thing. Text them when I president to Hamburg, but when I didn't maybe the weakness or Jean never be Hamburg. We are tired. Otherwise, thank you so much.
Thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Yes.
Hello, President.
Yes, good evening.
Wow. Good evening. Therefore, Shokulanda Papa Yashiya Rupuacha Utatu Vari Sala Dukila. We Kavenera va church. Number one, Mulmukatoli Katula Church. Uputawala Quata Sacramenta ya penance. Fuirokuya Wicha Nomunove. Olumbo wasala pila. Tunga tawla pila nomunove. Tetu yuche nomunovo. Number two, mtu nalwala mukatolika mali ba iso chabalwele.
Enkoe.
Na tokpele so chabalwele tetu fubu na kumuru tetu leya. Nomba uyu muntu ati shalo kutila ati nika kesa pachumbe pandi. That means aitagara tukia kuheo. Tetu chapeli ura numbeji.
Ngari landi.
Tetu landa tio muntu sako na papa mfa yandi kamwana tawiki sherena nkwe nisho bakarantiru kwa kuheo. Ona kwa wambi tunatina sana kwa kuheo. Funa chabu kuranda kwa wakateka.
Na totera. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good evening, President Tayali.
Good evening.
Indeed, yeah, I want to contribute as well. So, as one of the callers mentioned about the Mr. Lungu actually giving us the day of prayer and the reconciliation, the family really should look into that.
Yeah.
Because
it's a big point. That is part of his legacy. That is part of his legacy. He's the one that declared 18th October as a day of national prayer and reconciliation and fasting. That is part of his legacy.
Exactly. Exactly. That's part of his legacy. But the way they are treating things, you know, the issue of crying to say his wishes have not been granted. Those are earthly things. Are they telling me Lungu, if he's not granted his wishes, he's not going to enter heaven? It has nothing to do with his salvation.
You want them as a ghost. They are scared that you come. You want them as a ghost.
Yes. So let them honor his legacy and not whatever they are doing. It has nothing to do with his salvation. We circumvented the wish of our founding father, Dr. Kaunda. What is the problem with that? So let the nation move. They have held us for so long, and as others have said, let the national mourning just come to an end so that people can move on and they'll come back.
No, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello,
yes.
Okay. Okay. Batayali nina chifokulanda kofi, kisha shitika mzambia, tafiweme. Badeso na jina kukipisha kwa public lawyer wesu. Sakwe bati. Ba government wesu na vena. Ifine vale chitesha state field ocean. Is there any law ili backing up a president na government yesu?
Sorry, I think Chilufya wina first London.
Okay, then that if your government were panga marilo, programs without ukikala pamona family bapangishanye, so that kwate chilwe smooth. Is there any law ile backing our government ukupange chililo ama programs without involving family?
Okay, so I think Mwambile Pakati, I'm sure you started this program because earlier on I did explain some of these issues. Up so far, government has not done anything without consulting the family. Whatever they have done, they have been agreeing with the family. Problem is with the family. The family is the one that is changing. The family is the one that is changing.
Okay, nalanda kwa batani. Akachero nga mwamona press conference yabina makebi zulu. Bachilala that ba government tabakonkelo kulingana necho bachitira agree ama parties yonse yabi.
Like if yashani
one for example, if you could stay invite, in a program match today is yesterday. Family was not aware. In a program match today is
so for Moneni, they agreed. The government, you know, by the party of South Africa, by Kalapamo, Palasti, by this press conference, Panga, Pamo, take a film. Ile bapwele nomba kunova government bali ngiro kuchita umulimo wabo kutashanyi nomba kufanya program so ba government bali fanya program ile so ngachaka wati muntu aleba chiyo ba government pali yafo balufyenye afuira landa pali program kwa pali program pali ifi tatu asuminishenye nomba pali yo program ba government
achiranda makebi zulu muri fish achiranda atari batumina ba secretary to the cabinet nga mwayumvikisha ile akachera
ati pali fish
then
pali fish
leo ati makebi zulu
ali batumina alanda pali fish alanda pali fish
pali pa fiama invitation then ne fya musebo ulia bale isala wakuya kuchifwema
bale isala
ulia bale nda baradie bachitirememo ati bala isala from Crossroads to 7 kilometers away
chish bale isalila
at renovation or maintenance, something like that.
Ichavi pakuchita renovate musebo pakwati imiyotoke shile yakulia kuchifweme kunganda kuli balungu shile pita bwino chavi papo chinshi
period bale salira poni bale start innovate ni period wonfenya mariro
bale
so wa point ya
yo ndiwa tukonka de wino pantu imwe ndemo na kwati na mushali yako mumo echo ndefwa ila tukonkane na bambya bashaliremo nabo ba wonfwe so ba government umusebo uli ole yakuchifwema muri fimo muri mumo umushiri bwino so ba government pantu imyotoka shikala yoku. Okay? Vehicles will be going to Edgar Lungu's house. So where ifima port of India. So government
mwali checking ama date bala ndilo kuchita renovate.
Mwana, the point is that bale fo kwami omusebo so that him yotoka ilo shile pitamo shile enda bwino bushapa na panichi bipira hapo.
Period bale wa mesha you might say something which is good with wrong attitude destroy the whole process.
Okay mune umfwa
you may have a good will but the approach yenunga yabipa it will destroy the whole process.
Umfwa mwana apa ine efona lako yafya kwa bati ba government from my point of view kaniri inaiwali muntungwa you are also a citizen, you have got your own mind na ine I'm a citizen, I've got my own mind ine from my point of view mukumona kwandi tapali for government irufie government na ikonka everything that they agreed according to me. I don't see anything
basangwa n'abakana basangwa n'abakana baliranda takulifundelire bachita support ba government
so mwana
kumaliro
ndekuputura ndefu ati tumfone bwino batulela ndavye you know let's convince kaini every taule umfira fole nefile kupitira because taule fo kumvo amukula basangwa ndekwe bati ine from the program tapali ofo mbwene mwefibisha kwa government bapangile because ukwani omusebo I don't see anything wrong with that. Then pama invitation
period timing.
Okay fine.
Period timing.
Okay I'm going to leave that to you.
Yes,
I'm going to leave that to you. That's your allow me to say what I think. Okay. Then mama invitation and everything I don't see anything wrong because the president is supposed to be there. So there is nothing wrong. Now, responding to your question, which I'm sure Basangwa spoke about, yes, there is no law. There is no law at the moment in the constitution which says we should have a national mourning for the former head of state. There is no law. But amalozi yamu tekovati yadidembo mufunde iwe twalikwate funde lya bloke ukuchindika abakalamba nintambishesu effort twaikala. That's how that is part of our values. We need to respect elders. And it is not written in the constitution. It is not written in the constitution. So you cannot say where is it written in the constitution? Hello? Yeah. Hello? Hello? Yeah. We don't Charlie cover. Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Therefore, Kulanda Fepadi in the confusion, it were family and government. In a confusion, I went in with joint press briefing because I'm a statement. You can tell to say about agreement.
Exactly.
So, in a conga fengo muntu wa tekero na balungu na lile shibane fine fiama shani balungu bala ndile fya oteso badi.
You know?
Era bepesha balungu tefo badi mo batari mo alibeshi bano kubesha ba etika.
Sana.
Tefo badi tabako tepo muti bana ngufira tebe bachitajaja tebe baletere shani and reconciliation badi letere in good faith. He was a leader and he was supposed to file afwe charo file twale charo pantanji apa problem in family ero family te balungu mamona balungu tabalipo is not here to defend himself to say how if you apa findu fila chitika kula banga na chise chiriro you just discuss na government na government eti bale kefi ato pan to favor family na bala ndefina they will be very responsible mamona if we want to try manoku imatwamba kulanda tawa government abana babalekelesha na bachiteji so apa ma politics venge fine mulelanda ma politics fair show mefe ya mbilo kuchitika mzambi natotera sana.
Okay, just mama. Anyway, I think I'll end here. The phone calls keep coming, but I have to end here because I have to do something else. I think we have had a good program, and essentially, many people are really tired of this, and government needs to give a direction. I think we need to go on as a country. Let us free people. Let people go about their business, and let the people, the family members, go through this until they resolve themselves. Then they can come back to government. We cannot keep on, subjugating an elected government to people that do not have any power. They don't have any power whatsoever. Our government cannot be subjugated to Makebi Zulu. Awe, fiakanika. Baka in the Ichilema, you have done very well so far, very, very well. But you are the leader of majority Zambians, not just a few people there. Please, let us move on. The family will come back to us. They will still need government, whichever way. Even if they want to bury in South Africa, they will still need government. Even if they want to bring the body back into Zambia, they will still need government. So in the meantime, let them do what they have to do, and let the government only respond to them when they come to them. I think that is my view, and I believe many people have called in and they have expressed themselves, in the same way. I hope that some radio, some media houses will provide an opportunity such as this one, so that a lot of people can express themselves. A lot of people would want to express themselves on this matter. So it is good, and it is part of money. It is part of mourning. When people express themselves, it is part of how, you know, we vent out. It's part of how we release whatever is within us. So I would encourage many media houses to allow people to bring out, you know, their frustration. I mean, whatever feeling they have. I think it will be very good. For me, I'm very grateful for all of you that have followed my program, and for your contribution. I'm very grateful. May God bless you, and may God bless the country of Zambia. And for tonight, I say, may God bless Hakainde Hichilema. On this one, you have done well. And I'm saying on this one, tomorrow if I come criticizing Hakainde Hichilema, don't say, wapirubuka. I have not turned into a UPND cadre. Neither am I using this to negotiate to come back. I'm still okay. I'm still okay here. I can stay here. I have been granted political asylum. I am protected and I'm being helped by people that are really very, very well, very, very good. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful to them. Thank you very much. Bye.